Welcome to your favorite drive-in theater and a sparkling new season. Watch our screen and local newspapers for all the fine shows coming this way. Show after show will feature the latest hits, the biggest stars for fun-filled, pleasure-packed evenings. Relax, come as you are, and spend an enjoyable night out with the entire family. No parking problems, no babysitting problems. And there are always tasty snacks at our modern refreshment stand.
Thanks, folks. And once again, welcome back.
Gee whiz.
Invaders from Mars. He saw them land from outer space. He saw them capture innocent people only to destroy. Father turned against son. People changed into strange, weird animals. A general of the army becomes a saboteur. Trusted police turned into arsonists. The boy's parents changed into killers.
But nobody's getting anywhere out there. Nobody can locate anything, anybody. The Martians, we've got to start the...
Invaders from Mars, capturing humans at will for their own sinister purposes, turning them into diabolical instruments of destruction. Invaders from Mars, weird, fantastic beings of a superintelligence, ruling a race of synthetic humans and pitting them against mankind's dream to conquer the universe.
Come on, step on it. Search every tunnel. We gotta find Renault and the kid. When the colonel gives the signal, get back here on the double.
It's alive, sir. I saw it. I shot at it. I hit it. I know it. Nothing happened. It just kept coming at me, making a noise like a cat mewing. Captain, it was awful. You could have seen those hands and those eyes. Captain, you've got to do something about it. You've got...
Is it human or inhuman? Earthly or unearthly? Baffling questions, astounding questions that not even the world's greatest scientific minds can answer.
Gentlemen, do you realize what we've found? A being from another world, as different from us as one pole from the other. If we can only communicate with it.
See? What happened, Doctor?
In the greenhouse, I was working. I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Then a blast of cold air, and I heard Olson scream.
Come here. Get in the corner. Now hold this in front of you. Stay by the light switch.
1.9. Needles hit the top.
The two of you are beginning a strange journey. A journey that no Earth people have ever undertaken before.
Universal International presents the most startling, the most imaginative and suspenseful science fiction drama ever brought to the screen. You'll marvel at the superior intelligence that unleashes its deadly ray.
Dave! Dave!
Or can kidnap an airplane in flight.
They're pulling us up.
Prisoners hurtling through endless space, speeding toward the unearthly furies of a planet gone mad. See sights never before dreamed by man. The battle between guided meteors and deadly rays.
They're gonna hit us! They're gonna hit us!
A planet doomed to destruction. While captive Earth people fight for their lives.
It is indeed typical that you Earth people refuse to believe in the superiority of any world but your own.
Run, Ruth, run!
Flying saucers have invaded our planet. Washington, London, Paris, Moscow are key targets. The whole world is under attack. Can it survive?
We are the survivors of a disintegrated solar system. At this moment, the remainder of our fleet is circling your globe.
What do you want with me?
Arrange for your world leaders to confer with us in the city of Washington.
They set up an electronic screen. The artillery doesn't penetrate.
Never before has the screen reached such heights of excitement. Breathtaking spectacle. Hair-raising terror. See the saucer men's high-frequency disintegrators. See flying saucers travel thousands of miles in seconds. See great cities leveled by flying saucer monsters.
Russ, look.
The same kind of thing that's watched us since the beginning of the project.
People of Earth, attention. People of Earth, attention. This is a voice speaking to you from thousands of miles beyond your planet.
They're coming down to take over. They made that clear to us in the saucer. To the best of our knowledge, my wife and I are the only ones left alive.
You are cordially invited
to Encade from the public domain.
A nightmare of terror.
A 100-foot spider.
to avoid fainting. Keep repeating. It's only.
Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to another thrilling edition of It Came from the Public Domain. We got a hell of a show lined up for you tonight, folks, and I'm really excited to get this thing rolling. First things first, we're going to say hello to everybody in the chat. Analog Demon, yeah, let's fucking go indeed. I love that. And hey, Freaky Farm, you're my dad. How's it going? Yeah, glad you could make it, buddy. Oh, man, I about burped on the mic. That's very professional. And hello, and Zemwall. I always have such a hard time saying your name, but thank you for coming in, everybody. Look. I'm just going to get this thing going because I'm so goddamn excited. Look, returning from the last time that... Oh, hold on. Sorry. Yes. Oh, yes, you are. Sergeant Bilby. I forgot to shout you out, and you even noticed this island Earth. So kudos to you, dude. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. And yes, thank you, Dad. I'm so glad you're very proud of me. To break my kayfabe, he created me. So, hey, everybody, returning from the last stream, we got him. You know him. You love him. He's a friggin' scoundrel. Spooky Weaselbones. How's it going, Spooky?
Friggin' get out of here. Show.
Whoa, It's almost like that was a thematic element.
I wouldn't even know what you're talking about, but hey, it's good to be here.
Yeah, you got a real infestation. Those things will give you, well, Can a skeleton get rabies?
Well, let's see. If the infection was in progress at the time of your demise, over there is where you are, and yes, it can happen. It screws with your proprioception. You don't know what way is up and sideways.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I'm so glad you were able to make it. Thank you very much for joining me again. This is always a pleasure. And look, we got our special guest for the evening, everybody. If you don't know, you should know. I've got with us right now the hosts of the podcast, Blerdy Massacre. That's Blerdy Massacre without the goofy accent. So here they are, everybody. We got Miss Sharai and XeroGravity. Yeah, sorry, we had to give you guys the full Sesame Street head waggle experience there.
I loved it. I want it all the time now. Next time I'm entering rooms from here on out. Like,
yeah. Hello. Yeah, exactly. So, man, wait, I already forgot the words to Rainbow Connection. Jesus, I'm gonna get kicked out of the...
will break it. My grandfather's stopwatch, and then we'll have ruined his life.
Whoa, that's pretty good. I'll get my banjo. We'll make a version of that. That's pretty good. So, Zero, Sharai, why don't you introduce yourselves to our wonderful audience here?
You're muted.
Oh, no. It's like a corporate Zoom meeting. Oh, no.
That's Friday.
I'm not a cat.
Listen, I already opened up my can of Coke. I'm on a roll. It's the weekend. Dang, I had a good streak going. It's been a while since I pulled that one. So close.
Hey, I love to have people have, reputation ruining experiences on my show. It's fantastic. I love it.
It's an honor. It's an honor to fumble here. My name is XeroGravity. I am one half of Blerdy Massacre, the podcast, with my co-host. Yeah, on this side, Sharai the Slayer. And I'm in New York City. I'm a media personality and journalist. And we talk a lot of shit. Tell them, Sharai.
We talk all this shit because we're a podcast built on spite. Spite anything is possible.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, okay, I know because so for you viewers, sometimes people meet each other in real life. You can have interactions outside of the internet. It's crazy. I just learned this recently. And luckily, in learning this, I ran into both Zero and Sharai at Midsummer Scream in Long Beach. They were there with Girl That's Scary, and it was a wonderful experience, and we had lots of hugs and fun times, and they hosted a wonderful panel together. Thank you. I've been binging the hell out of your podcast since we met. And it's fantastic. Would you like to sort of give a quick little sum up if you may?
Okay. So a blurred is a black nerd, which we both are. And Sharai and I and many of our cousins in the community who you have met on the other side as well. We like to talk about fandom from a person of color's perspective and how we can consume media differently. So that's what Blerdy Massacre is about. But it really is a podcast for marginalized communities to talk that shit that I know you feel on the inside, but at the end of the day, we're all fans. So that's what it's about. And, mostly horror, a little bit of pop culture, maybe more than we should allow, but times is hard. Every day's an adventure, and it just be slipping out.
Listen.
But come kick it with us. Yeah. What you think, Sharai?
That is pretty much it. We are a chaotic Tuesday ritual. And we're gonna weave you through the things that we love, the things that we have questions about, and the things that we hate. And the combinations of all of those, because it's hard being a blurred out here. It's really hard. So yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. I can't say honest to God because look at me, but honest to badness, as I like to say. Yes. It means the world to me. I really love that you guys were willing to come on to my silly little puppet show and hang out. And we're going to have a lot of fun. Oh, I see. I got my phone ringing. Hold on. Everybody, Chicago's very own Feathered Funny Man is trying to call into the show. Let's bring out Chad the Boyd. Chad!
Lucy, I don't know where I am. I'm in a place I don't know where I am.
I think you're in
There's
Chicago.
trees everywhere. They're hunting me. They're looking for me.
The trees?
I don't know if it's the trees. It could be the trees. They're definitely, they're up in the air. I don't know.
And there's a strange voice coming.
They're coming through the trees. Oh my God, I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah, be careful out there. You got some cool saucy lighting going on there, Chad.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah,
it's very enlightening. It also is really showing me off. But I don't know where I am.
If
you can send help, please do. They're coming for me. I saw them in the trees.
This is how it is every time I try to have. Oh, there he goes. Well, at least while he lived, he had some awesome Dario Argento lighting. Isn't that the truth?
That's the truth. Dang, he went out looking good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's all you can hope for is to go out looking as good as a pink bird in the throes of mortal terror. I'm sure he's fine.
And when one of us dies, that's just an opportunity to get a new roommate, of course.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, totally. If you didn't know this, puppets all live in tenement housing together. Yeah, Spooky's actually in the glass closet back there. If you open the door.
Which I've been meaning to tell you about the rent.
Look, Chad's calling back.
Okay. I found a place to hang out where they can't get me, but they can still hear me. Listen, if you're hearing this, everything is crazy. I don't know where I am. I don't even know where my car is. I don't even know how I got here. You guys have the most amazing stream ever. I hope you enjoy the bat. Don't wait for me. Don't ask for me, but pray for me. I shouldn't yell. They're probably hunting me.
Yeah, I think
should
they're
probably keep my
listening
voice
to you
down.
right now. You should probably be quiet and find a good place to hide.
I should probably go hide. Yeah, I really haven't been doing a good job at this. I haven't been hunted in a long time.
Yeah, you need to brush up on your PT skills there, buddy.
I'm really bad at it. Hey, I hope everybody has a great time tonight. Thanks for coming by. Sorry that I have a Blair Witch thing going on, but I hope that I don't actually meet said Blair Witch, but by the looks of it, based on my general nature, I'm not doing a very good job of avoiding it.
He's still upset that I made him watch the Outwaters. He's clearly
it's really your fault that I'm in this predicament right now.
Yeah.
Also, can I go widescrreen on this?
Whoa.
Oh, I can.
Oh.
I like
that's
that
so
he's
much
being
better.
chased by unknowable horrors, and he cares about what his angles look like.
Yeah, man, always find your light and find your angles. I'm not crazy.
That's an actor for you.
Yeah. I'm still a professional. I'm having a really hard time. Wait, guys. Okay, no, we're good. Yeah, no, always find your angles. I think that's number one. I think that's acting 101.
Yeah,
I look good in this. I look good in this frightened light.
Yeah, like I said, you got a Dario Argento thing going on. It's
Thank you. I'm glad.
Look good.
I'm glad that I'm bringing the Giallo to this situation, even though this is not a Giallo film.
No, we haven't even talked about the. Can I use your word, Chad? Am I allowed?
Please do.
We haven't even talked about the film we're going to be watching tonight.
Yeah, you guys are watching a film.
Yeah, I do love when you say film. It makes me smile.
Oh my God, they're coming for me! Oh my God, you guys have a great time. You guys have a great time. If you don't see me, check the nearest Chick-fil-A because they'll find me in the back and get me out of there. They're terrible people. It's a terrible organization. They're awful to humans and to birds. That's a double whammy. I gotta go. Oh God, they're coming.
Oh, well, like I said, I'm sure he's fine. Chad, don't go into the light and don't chop off your wiener or whatever.
He deserves a Popeyes, let's be honest.
At least. Like, or, you know, if I were to cook and eat Chad, I would do it at like some kitschy boutique overpriced Nashville hot chicken place. I think that's how.
Yes, you don't waste Chad without hot sauce. Like
Exactly. Not that I'm planning to, dispose of and eat Chad the beloved comedy icon. No, I'm not trying to do that. But if I were, it would be with Nashville hot sauce, coleslaw, and a couple of pickles.
I think that's what he would want.
I think so too.
Yeah, it'll help with the funny taste.
Yeah. Oh, the funny taste because he's a funny. But oh my goodness, we're gonna have so much fun tonight.
It sounded kind of like he was being chased by the crowd at a water polo game.
I think that's just Chicagoland. I think that's just how it is over there.
Yeah. Hey, the light just turned green. Woo!
Woo! Yeah, let's go get a hot dog with some tomatoes on it. I'm losing my train of thought. In the chat over here, we got Goth Fox saying that the birds work for the bourgeoisie, not Chad though. Very good. Chad is for the people, I do believe.
Not for the birds.
Oh my God! No. The Grave Mind says, "You sure Chad wouldn't be like a Church's chicken or something?" I don't know. Churches are really hit and miss.
No.
I feel like it depends on the one you go to. There's one right by the border between the United States and Mexico that is perfect every time I go, but the one close to my house is like, it's a no-go. Don't go there. Then what we see, we got Clucky Chad's chicken. It's nom nom goodness. Somebody get the marketing people on the phone here. Okay. And Stitchback Punk, you got it. Workers of the world unite. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, I think it kind of, it's a matter of you gotta go bird by bird because peacocks, they're going to be the first to get their heads chopped off when the revolution comes. Pigeons, however, clearly proletarian.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I walked up on a pigeon in Los Angeles just last week, and it did not care. It did not care that I was there. It just like hopped across the street and took a French fry off the ground.
City pigeons are different birds. Like
that is no joke. It always blows me away that like, oh God, I'm getting so off track. But pigeons were like bred to be pets, right? They were like domesticated from birth. And then we just said like, fuck it, and threw them out on the street. And now everybody acts like they're vermin, but they're beautiful little cute creatures. I love them so much.
What if someday we're like, hey, did you see how many Pomeranians there were in the subway today?
Oh my God.
Oh man. Oh, don't let the Republicans get started about the Chihuahua problem. Oh my God.
Nah, it would be pugs before Chihuahua.
Oh yeah. The pugs would go first. Yeah, totally. Oh man,
they're just scurrying around.
Yeah, it would be a long list. Let's be real, it would be a very long list. But oh my goodness, let me get this train on track. We are 20 minutes into this, and I haven't even begun to intro this thing. Wow, we're gonna have fun tonight, folks. But look, tonight we're gonna be watching a movie from 1959 called The Bat. Now, I'll save you the synopsis for later because I've got some thoughts, okay? I've got lots of big thoughts in my big brain, and I got to get them out. So, it's no secret that for the past... Oh, and by the way, you guys, I didn't get to give you the rundown before the show, but feel free to interject or interrupt or anything like that. We're really here to have a good time, so let the chaos reign is what I say.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll get to it more as we start the movie. Oh my God, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, It's no secret that for the past handful of years, remakes, reboots, rebootquels, and, reimaginings have been like a hot button topic in the realm of horror films, and opinions run the gamut. You got some folks who get all excited at the prospect of seeing a new vision of a classic story or modernized versions of characters that we've all known and loved for decades, except for the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I don't think anyone was excited about that. But some other people raised their torches and pitchforks to lambast studios for not taking chances on fresh new ideas, of which there are plenty. Though you never hear people getting upset about Cronenberg's The Fly or Carpenter's The Thing. You never hear it because, well, those are the good ones. I myself have a really soft spot for plenty of remakes. Like, for instance, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's like my favorite movie of all time. I think it is the perfect horror film, right? But if my friends have never seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and they're like, I want to get into Texas Chainsaw, let's watch a movie, I'm showing them the 05 one every time because I feel like it's more tuned to like a modern viewer's sensibilities. So and I think it's actually a pretty good movie. It's just impossible to live up to the reputation of the original. So if you like that one, you're going to love the real deal. And if you're not into that one at all, then we might try the original, but you're probably just not here for it. That's just me though. That's sort of how I operate. And I really think a lot of these stories can benefit from a breath of modernity with given the care and attention, i.e. money and creative freedom that they deserve. How about any of you guys in the panel here? Do you guys have any opinions about remakes writ large?
Oh, do I?
Oh boy, I knew I was going to get something good. Let's go.
I say whatever. I am welcoming all the reboots, all the remakes, whatever. I know there's some kind of little in-betweens too, but I think we should just keep making more of them. If they flop, they flop, and whatever. That's what happens with movies. But I think if you keep titles alive, then that helps people get exposed to older IPs. And that way we don't let them die, because I want to be real. There's some younger people out there. They'll see a title with a movie, the date next to it, and it starts with a 1, and they'll be like, oh my God, that's old. You know what I'm saying? But if it came out like 2 years ago, might be more inclined to check it out, to which they could learn the IP and see how cool it is, which then gives you an excuse to go back and revisit the classics. You know what I'm saying?
So, totally. I'm completely in the same. It's so funny you say that. My sometimes a little too familiar back here. His sister actually is one of those people that if you put 197 in front of a movie or anything lower than 197, she's not going to watch it. And
movies.
I agree full-heartedly, but I totally get where people come from, because it's a whole different pace, it's a whole different energy, and if you're not in tune with like sitting around and watching something be weird until it gets like crazy weird, it's not going to be for you. But if you reframe that with a 21st century viewer in mind, you can open up a lot of people. So that's a really friggin' salient point, Zero. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sharai, you're next. Sorry, I put you on the spot. I'm not sorry.
I should have saw it coming. I used to be anti sequels, remakes, rekikis, rereads, whatever.
I like that. I'm stealing it.
I've slowly started to come around, because like some of them are good, like the ones you mentioned, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers, or even the new Slumber Party Massacre. The new Slumber Party Massacre, chef's kiss. But for each good remake, reboot, there's like 90 that are awful. So I don't prioritize seeing them. Like if I walk by a theater and I have $5 and it's Tuesday, by all means. But I'm not like, let me put on pants and go outside and see this retelling of this movie I've seen 5 times. Like I'm not getting excited.
Yeah, definitely a reboot, remake. Rikiki? I like that a whole lot. Those are definitely, I personally don't go to the theater a whole lot. Something has to really, I have to really want to see it to go out to, because my local theater crowds are terrible. So Yeah, I almost get in a fight every time I go. It's fucking ridiculous.
I
But
feel for you.
don't be gay in conservative townspeople. But that's a little touch of reality for the viewer there. But yeah, so but if it's a remake, I'm absolutely waiting for it to hit streaming. And even if it's really good, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. I got a few things in chat before I go to you, Spooky, about remakes and whatnot.
Fair enough.
Sergeant Bilby says people can't do Frankenstein right to this day.
Hold on.
To which
Hold
I
on.
say, go watch The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster, because that movie was fantastic.
Birth Rebirth. That's
Yes,
the one. That's
yes.
the
Birth
one.
Rebirth. I've not heard of that. What is that?
Oh,
It's on Shudder and it's amazing. It's Judy
Tell
Reyes,
them.
who we all know from Scrubs, and it's I forgot her name, but The Dark and the Wicked. Everybody saw The Dark and the Wicked.
Oh
the
yes, I
sister.
love that movie. Yeah.
She's here and she's doing the most. Basically, this woman is trying to do this experiment. I'm not gonna give too much away. And she happens to stumble across a child who is no longer living, and so she reanimates the child, and then the mother gets involved. And of course, when you bring something back from the dead, it has to survive off of things that come from humans. And you should just watch it. Just watch it.
It's
yeah,
phenomenal.
that's going on my queue. Like as soon as I get out of here, that
That
sounds
is
awesome.
the one. And I also know it's a little like off the beaten path, but at the end of the day, it's got like Frankenstein-y themes in there. But Poor Things also ran that pretty well.
Oh, I've been meaning
And
to check that out too. That looks awesome.
what I'm getting, because those both came out in a short time span. And so I'm getting this message. Oh, also, you know what? Lisa Frankenstein, she was really cute.
She's cute.
Lisa Frankenstein was really cute. And that was also during that time. So during that time, I'm kind of thinking like, okay, because we have seen there's so many iterations of Frankenstein's monster and a lot of them are ass. We can, it's okay. It's cool. We love them. They're awesome. But let's be real. A lot of them are ass.
Yeah,
And
what
so
was
I'm
that one with
seeing
De
now-
Niro in it?
Oh
Mary
my
Shelley's
God.
Frankenstein, right? Yeah.
No. There's a reason why you always see that one when you go to the thrift store. There's always like
That's
30 copies of that one.
I rented that from my local library and was
I mean,
thoroughly disappointed.
At least someone that rented it.
Am I picturing it correctly? If I just kind of imagine like, hey, bada bing, it's alive.
Oh my God.
It would be better if it was
That'd be
truly
better.
like that. Yeah.
I'd revisit it if it was doing that.
Yeah, I would actually watch that 100 times.
Hey, you reanimated him a little bit.
Hey, am I a man or a monster over here? Like, it would be awesome. It would be awesome. I'm so here for that movie. Somebody
Yeah.
write that. And
unless we
Frankenstein-
move on quickly, this entire night is just going to me being Joe Pesci is the Wolfman. what am I, a dog to you? Like I can suddenly all my bones start crunching and my entire anatomy refuses into a dog shape. Is that what the fuck you're saying?
And don't mind that I'm barking right now. That has nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Where is the Joe Pesci horror movie? Because my cousin Vinny was way
Thank
too long
you.
ago, and we all love him. And it's time he does that for somebody's monster. Yeah.
Joe Pesci is a fantastic character actor, all jokes aside. I think he would play an awesome, like, Igor type, but like a sort of Brooklyn Igor type, I guess. That would be kind of cool. But, I haven't checked out Lisa Frankenstein yet. That was a Zelda Williams movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
she directed that, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what was going on in the past 3 years that had everybody thinking about experimental medicine and mad science. That's weird. Let's move on from that. Let's see. But that phenomenon. Oh wait, sorry, Spooky. What do you think about the remake phenomenon?
Spooky's thoughts on remakes. The reason that everyone's here. Thank you. Yes. So you all know that I like a good scam.
Oh yeah, totally. If
can-
you two don't know, he's a very legitimate businessman.
Oh, of course.
I could tell
I've got
by the hat.
LLCs in all 75 states. So, all right. So, okay. If you can get people to pay to see a movie they've already seen before, mwah. You earned that.
That's pretty smart. Yeah, I've never thought of it that way. That's kind of funny.
Honestly, most people just love rewatching the same movies anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I will. Like,
How do you think Peacock stays in business? Because people are watching new stuff? No, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'll put on Rocky Horror like 5 times a week just cause, So I totally get it. Yeah. Well,
let's watch the comfort media again.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a click on the screen. And then 3 hours on the yeah, something like that. I don't know. We're workshopping it. But that phenomenon about remakes and retellings and reboots and all that stuff, it's as old as horror movies are. Two of Universal's most beloved monster movies were Dracula and Frankenstein, which still hold up to this day. We were just talking about Frankenstein and how nobody's, touched it right since. And they're reimaginings of stage plays that were adaptations of novels. And you could point to a lot, if not all, of the classic horror films from back in the day that were moving picture adaptations of stage plays or books. Do you like that I went kind of transatlantic there for flavor?
One of my favorite versions of Frankenstein was in a theater in Chicago, Looking Glass Theater in like 2019.
Ooh, man, if Chad was still here, he would probably tell you a story or two about the Looking Glass. That guy he's a Chicago boy.
Listen, like I was only there for almost 4 years, but that was the one time Looking Glass got my money and they deserved it. Every other time I was like, I want a refund, David Schwimmer. But that time I was like, this is right. This is right.
Oh my God. No.
Me after seeing The Pallbearer. No one's going to get that, and no one should.
Yeah, I did that one.
I blocked that memory, and I really brought it back.
The one thing that I will say, and this is not very in character of me to notice, but the one thing that I will say about The Pallbearer is that I appreciate Stuart Copeland reusing music from Spyro the Dragon for that movie.
Oh my God! I gotta go watch The Pallbearer to hear the Spyro BGM now.
This is just Haunted Towers.
I think you broke somebody. Gravemind says, "Oh my God!" So I think.
Hey, Gravemind, go back and watch old episodes of The Amanda Show.
Oof.
That sounds kind of scary, given what we all know about Nickelodeon now.
I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Okay, Gravemind. Don't go back and watch old episodes of The Amanda Show.
We love a backpedal. We love a backpedal over here. But yes, and talking about that, one of my favorite Frankensteins I ever saw was I went to my local theater, movie theater, and they played like a sort of live. No, it wasn't even live. I think it was pre-recorded, but it was Frankenstein where Benedict Cumberbatch was the creature. And I can't remember the actor who played the doctor, but if you went on X night, you saw Benedict Cumberbatch as the creature, this dude as the doctor. Next night, it was flipped over. And I wish I could have gone to both showings because I really would have loved to see how that played out. But Benedict Cumberbatch looked great writhing around on that screen.
Wow.
Benedict Cumberbatch playing a lanky, awkward creature assembled from spare parts. He really had to dig deep for that performance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good to see he doesn't get typecast. It feels it's really nice. But yeah, so this is like how horror movies have kind of been always, and the same is true. Look, I'm on track now. The same is true for the subject of tonight's stream, and that's 1959's The Bat, which is a remake of a 1926 silent film of the same name, which was also a filmed adaptation of a Broadway play from 1920, which was also an adaptation of a novel published in 1908 called The Circular Staircase. So has anyone here ever seen The Bat before?
No, this is my first time.
Oh, cool. So do you... I always feel a little weird asking this question because I lure people in because I'm like, we're going to watch scary movies and we're going to talk and it's going to be fun. But do you watch many public domain films?
I watch anything because I am a little trash bandit.
Okay,
so if it's free or discounted, I'm going to hit play. Yeah.
I do, but I watch them passively. I always have movies playing and I select those channels from a couple different forums that I've bookmarked and they just kind of like play. So that's always my background noise. I'm not always paying all the attention.
Don't worry, you won't be paying all of the attention tonight either because we're going to be yapping. This is I normally do this off camera before the stream starts. So chat, you're getting a little look behind the scenes here. But the general vibe we try to curate on it came from the public domain. Look at me talking like I'm official or some shit. But the general vibe we're going for here is like, you may have had a party or you may have just come back from a party and you got like a few of your friends over and you put on a movie and you're just kind of talking at it and around it. That's what we're doing here. So don't, as the movie starts, don't feel like you need to be respectful and quiet or whatever. We're going to talk some trash, and that's kind of it. So don't hesitate to just say whatever comes to mind, because that's
Great.
what we're doing. Yeah. Yeah, if you've oh god, I don't want to like reveal my whole, everybody knows what I'm ripping off here. We got like a MST3K vibe going on, just say whatever comes to mind, and we're gonna have fun with it. But since nobody has seen The Bat, apparently, wow, you Philistines with no taste of culture.
I learned from the last stream, Lucy, so I had that on in the background while I was playing Team Fortress 2, because I knew I wasn't going to hear any of it tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Spooky was on when we watched I Buried the Living.
I keep that pathetic game propped up all by myself.
Hey, you and me both. Don't ask me how much I've spent on cosmetics, buddy. It's bad. I got an Australian Tommy Slav, buddy.
Whoa!
Yeah.
If you ever want to know what genuine shock looks like from this irony poisoned jerk, that was it.
Oh yeah. Sometime you should ask about my puppeteer's husband's medic. It's kind of absurd. Do you guys know what we're talking about? Or are you just like, what are these fucking idiots going on?
Idea.
So Team Fortress 2 is a free-to-play first.
Hey, hold up, back up. You got to back up first. We have to talk about Quake.
Oh God! Okay, we don't have time for this. Okay, but
roll picture.
I do know what Quake is.
Yeah. So Team Fortress 2 is based on the engine, and it's a class-based arena shooter. And when Team Fortress 2 came around, they made it really cartoony and stylized, and it's a gigantic meme, and it's a lot of fun. It's a bad game, but it's a good bad game. You know what I mean?
We love that bad game.
I would see Sergeant Bilby knows sandwich. See, Sergeant Bilby knows. Yeah. And then we got the Grave Mind saying, "It's okay, Lucy. I played Destiny 2. I know all about cosmetics." And see, so the gamers are in full force tonight, folks. Okay, back on track now. So since none of you have seen the film, allow me to elucidate. You like that? I think I coined it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, if there's anything a demon knows, it's all about marketing and branding. That's kind of our whole bag. We invented it and gave it to you guys.
Sharai, we were inches away from him actually moving the evening forward. We got to be careful. Okay.
Oh man. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going. I promise. Oh no, I lost my hand. Oh no, hold on.
No.
It's quite a maneuver.
Right.
Yeah. It's really impressive. They saw me do that at least 5 times at Midsummer Scream, I think. Yeah. It's pretty bad. But anyway, let me elucidate on this film. The rub is basically this: a mystery writer rents a big old mansion as a summer home for some highfalutin bank big shot named Mr. Fleming. While on a trip with his physician, played by the wonderfully bitchy Vincent Price, he reveals that he is embezzled $1 million from the bank he presides over, which, for any of you economic nerds out in the chat out there, equates to around $9.3 million in 2024 money.
Damn.
Yeah, he was scamming big time.
Mm-hmm.
And he offers to split it with Vincent Price if he'll help him fake his if he'll help him fake his own death. And like any executive backed into a corner, he threatens to kill him if he doesn't agree. Yeah. Back in town, there's a masked maniac known as the Bat, and he's going on an unmitigated killing spree with his iconic steel claws, throwing the townsfolk into a panic. While locking up the house for safety, our author's assistant, Lizzie, sees the clawed hand of the Bat trying to break into the home, but they do the white woman in trouble play and call the police. But before they arrive, the Bat gains entry and releases an actual bat, which bites Lizzie and causes a huge rabies scare, bringing Vincent Price over to the house since he's like, a doctor. And from there, it's really just an entertaining mishmash of whodunit murder mystery and classic old dark house, spooky house style horror. before we roll the movie, see, look, I'm getting this off track again already. Let's go around the room, and I've seen the film, so I can't speak on this, but let's go around the room and get some predictions what you might think happened based on that very fast summary of events. Spooky, I'll start with you.
Well, as revealed, I have listened to almost the entirety of the film.
Shut up. You can't say anything. You can't say anything.
Okay. All I was gonna say.
No, go ahead.
Vincent Price is gonna win the dance competition. Okay, there, I said it.
Oh, okay, good. No spoilers. Sharai, what do you think?
I think that releasing a real bat is worse than just killing people. And I'm very worried for Vincent Price's safety as the doctor coming into the house with the bat flying around and the rabies. I think that he might get bit too.
Ooh, interesting. Zero.
I think that there will be many close-ups onto Vincent Price's mustache throughout the entirety of the film.
You know, I should dock you points because of course. But that's such a good answer that I can't even be mad about it. So, all right, folks.
Safe. I was going for points.
No, I really like it. Yeah, edging your bets, and that's smart gambling. I like it. Yes. Yeah, by the way, I did actually give you a contract earlier when you agreed to come on the show that you were going to be putting money up for this bet. So, you know, I'll talk to you afterwards. See,
Zero is the only one here who understands that there's no style points.
Oh yeah. That's I'm not gonna make a Magic the Gathering reference here. Anyway,
let's explain another obtuse video game. By all means, I mean.
Oh, it's game. Even worse. It's a card game. Yeah. All right. No. Okay. Before I go crazy and start talking about is it strategies, let's get into the movie.
Yay!
Yeah. We got there, guys. We got there. Boom. Oh, this was the one video I didn't mix loud as shit. Of course. What if I told you that this was just a black screen for the whole film?
A lot of those movies at the orchestras play back then. They don't do that anymore, though.
Ooh. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It sounds like if there was a crossover episode between Get Smart and the Munsters.
Oh, you're so right. Wow. Wait, no, we're not playing that song. I do really like this theme, though. It's so groovy.
It makes you want to watch the old school Batman series.
Yeah, totally. And there's a very... this isn't quite as campy as the old Batman, but it's a similar vibe for sure.
So I'm gonna love it, is what you're saying. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I knew we were gonna be friends. Oh my God, Doctor Who and old Batman. Come on.
Oh, I'm a Whovian too.
Oh really? Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, we gotta talk some Who after the show. I gotta show pictures. Oh my God.
The things that happened in this house were far more fantastic than any story I've ever had published. I brought
way to put herself down.
From my city.
Yeah.
My maid Lizzie Allen, who had been with me nearly 20 years.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how the self-deprecation has just hung on for this long?
Right? Believe in yourself, lady. You can do it.
Yeah, the grave mind says, meanwhile, at the stately Wayne Manor. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Kudos to you, buddy.
The apartment are talking about walking out on us. Really?
As you can tell from her dialect, she is very much of the working class.
Yes, this is how all working laboring individuals speak. Of course, everyone knows that.
I just can't get off the hat.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I know style was different back then, but I've never seen hats do quite so little.
Yeah, like this one over
kind of working.
Yeah, I do like that one, but the one Miss Writer lady has on, it leaves a little to be desired.
Bucket.
Fun behind-the-scenes fact about that hat. That hat was the official uniform of people marching against women's suffrage.
Oh my god. Oh.
The irony, because she is suffering.
Oh yeah.
Right. Wait, we're the ones who have.
Yeah. Wait, why am I voting for this? Hang on.
Hysterical nonsense like that can scare them out.
Also, the buttons on the side of I just don't like her outfit. I think it's just yeah.
To get to the bank.
Yeah, I don't like a non-functional button. Like, you know, serve a purpose. Be utilitarian, why don't you?
Directly to Zenith Bank, Warner. I'm afraid we'll have to hurry. It's near closing time.
I'll get you there, Mr. Angola.
Yeah, that's generally what a driver does.
Right?
Like, I'd like a cheeseburger. I'll cook it for you. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks again.
Innovations in the service industry.
Van Gorder.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Barry.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You remember Lizzie Allen?
Yeah, we talked last week about how men talk to men, but now let's talk about how men talk to women. Hi there, Miss Lady.
The Oaks, the home of your bank president, John Fleming.
We have Betty Davis at home.
I was surprised.
Something the matter with it?
No.
Asterisk. We couldn't afford Betty Davis for this picture.
Well, I rented it from his nephew, Mark Fleming, who has the
She
real
would have sold that hat. She would have sold
totally.
it.
They spent their whole budget on Vincent Price, I think.
Listen, he was very expensive in his day.
And he was worth it, if you ask me.
Yes. He's been the best part of quite a few movies.
I mean, House on Haunted Hill is one of my favorite movies ever, and he's definitely the best part of that movie.
Literally. Which is part of the remake does not work.
Well, I've read every murder mystery you've ever read.
I think, yeah, I got my tape of House on Haunted Hill over here. I don't think you can read it because it's so small, but I try to show it off as much as I can.
Another ugly ass hat has entered the chat.
Well, I want to call the police. What is on her head?
Yeah, someone should really fire that haberdasher.
Don't be strangers now.
Are those supposed to be flowers? Or
I think so.
So you're a bride.
Well,
oh, it's the bride's hat. So that marriage is doomed.
Yeah, that's an omen.
used to be my husband's secretary.
Stop letting Dr. Seuss be your costume designer.
May I welcome our most distinguished visitor back to Zenith?
Steady your hearts for the death-defying meet and greet scene.
Yeah, I would really rather you didn't welcome us into Zenith. Thank you very much.
Anderson, of course. Chief of Detectives of the Zenith Police Department. This
Thank
is
you
Miss
for the
Anderson.
exposition,
How
ma'am.
do you do?
Lieutenant Anderson is one of our favorite citizens.
As you know
He's on
from
the
the supper
bank's
club that
board
we
of
both
directors.
attend on Tuesdays.
Not bad for a policeman.
You must have made a good thing of it.
Stitchback Punk says, I think we're in the ugly hat dimension. It's like the Twilight Zone.
Get out of my head, Lucy.
and then Freaky Farm says, more like the Hat 1959. Oh, that's good.
Some of these hats might have rabies, to be honest.
Yeah, be careful. And if they don't got rabies, they definitely got asbestos.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
This one.
How does he get his hair so square?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Hedge trimmers.
Yeah, I was thinking he was a Dapper Dan man, you know, but I don't know.
He just hangs upside down.
Yeah, totally. honey, come fetch the brush and hair dryer. I gotta get ready for work.
From what I can gather,
I can't stop staring at his hair. I think it's a toupee.
I think it
that
might be a
reminds me.
little
Sometime we
toupee,
should
yeah.
watch Eraserhead.
Oh, man.
fuck.
You know, I actually think David Lynch wouldn't come DMCA me for showing that. I like to think that anyway.
You would hope so.
Well, let me rephrase.
As far as I'm concerned, the internet should be the Wild West.
That's pretty good. What's the one? Oh my God, where he's like looking outside and he's like, "It's Thursday, and the weather is beautiful."
I loved his weekend messages.
Yeah,
he shakes the camera like, "Have a great day."
Man, I wish I could smoke cigarettes and stay that healthy. That's man,
He's so
it's
inspirational.
Really, yeah, I want to be just like him.
They don't make lungs like that anymore.
No, they don't. They really don't.
Those are Pennsylvania coal mining lungs.
Paul, I think I got the black lung. Smoke a cigarette about it.
Short of murder. Why not murder? Too messy.
Oh man, the Grave Mind. Why did you have to be so real? David Lynch wouldn't. The studio who owns the movie would. Yeah.
Womp.
Yeah, womp. I had to. Oh my god, I had to argue with MGM via YouTube for the last episode of this stream for putting up. Excuse me. That's how I feel about MGM right now. But I had to like argue to put up a public domain movie on YouTube where you can't even really watch the movie because a bunch of puppets are screaming over it. And I sent them where I got it from, and I was like, public domain usage license. And they released it.
That's so whack.
Oh, no. We lost Spooky. He died.
Oh no.
Oh.
Chad got him. It's weird that he wants to do that because they have so many new movies on YouTube. Like the other day, I was like, "Is this a clip for Abigail?" It was all of Abigail, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh my god, man! And I've got like 62 subscribers. Nobody's looking at my stuff. I'm not making any money. Let me put up the goddamn movie.
It's about fun.
Right?
Cannot have fun.
No, not in this new world.
No fun allowed. That's my motto anyway.
Fun costs $30 an hour, so you gotta ration it.
And Gravemind, yes, this was the one with Nick from Nightmind on. But it's up on YouTube now. YouTube.com. Lucy_BAAL. You can go check it out. That's how you do a plug. I've been told.
You could ship the body back for burial and instruct them not to open the casket.
The man talking to Vincent Price has big Steve Buscemi energy, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh yeah, don't ask him about tipping. You know.
Casket, which means that we'd have to deal with an undertaker.
Bad news.
The movie. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I highlighted the wrong comment. Oh, and Gravemind, thank you for following me for being friends with Nick. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And Stitchbat, this movie probably looks familiar because it was on like 100 different DVD compilations of public domain classic horror films. That's where I saw it for the first time. So you have absolutely probably seen this movie somewhere along the line, but they all sort of run together after you've watched a lot of them.
I could disappear, of course, but it's safer if they think I'm dead.
The logic, the leap in the logic.
Yeah, that's CEO brain.
Right.
In that case,
For tax purposes, it's better if you just kill me now.
Yeah, you know all about that. How do you think he became a skeleton?
Good decisions.
Find out now, coming straight to VHS.
Whoa, direct to video. You've hit the big time, baby.
Directed by Don Bluth's cousin.
No, not Ton Bluth.
Don Bluth. Yeah.
So do I. What's that noise?
I don't love that he can't act without chewing scenery.
Literally.
That's hilarious.
It's coming this way.
Like, he's the originator of Bigger Go Home. He was not here for subtlety.
No. He was here to make an impression. Whoa, we got a gun! Oh, no!
Eyebrows for the back row.
Meanwhile, back at Stately Wayne Manor.
Yeah, suddenly the soundtrack was from like whenever there's a factory in the Looney Tunes.
Oh man, that's the only song I know. What do you want from me?
The wind nearly blew the door off its hinges. Well, that noise blew my game higher than a kite. I think I've lost some of the cards. Oh, wow.
Well, your acting blew this movie all the way out of believability.
Boom. You heard it here first from Gene Shalit himself.
Oh man, I love chopping up Gene Shallots in my soup. It's so good.
Gene Shallots.
Victor Bailey, vice president and cashier of the Zenith Bank, was arraigned before United States Commissioner
No
Alvin
way.
Fielding charged with the embezzlement of over $1 million.
Oh my.
Dr. Evil, $1 million isn't exactly a lot of money.
Landlord is home again.
I loved learning that Dr. Evil voice is essentially a Lorne Michaels
Lorne,
impersonation.
yeah.
The original Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense. He's Canadian.
Will be laid to rest in his family's tomb on Friday. And I hope
I like that they're like
Well, why shouldn't he?
being bitchy about the news headlines. Like they're talking like, can you believe they wrote this? Like, it's so good.
It's giving Mean Girls.
It so is. It's 1950s Mean Girls. Yeah, totally.
Right? They just sit in the dark, tearing people down and playing solitaire. Like it's not a bad life.
Yeah. Speaking of, Sergeant Bilby says, this must be the most stagnant game of solitaire in history.
Hey, continuity matters, okay? If they put Red Queen onto the black whatever in between takes, it's all screwed up.
Oh, don't worry, Spooky. There are plenty of continuity errors in this movie. I wrote down a couple to point out as they happen.
You got notes.
Yeah, I do preparation. I'm a professional.
I don't think you'd have the same effect.
Don't laugh that hard. Don't laugh at that. That was serious. You're not supposed to laugh at that.
What are they trying to do? Drive people away from this part of the country?
Yes.
I mean, it's the Midwest, Carol.
Yeah, I don't think people are flocking there.
Right. No one's running to Iowa. Like, it's fine.
And if they are, you don't want them. Trust me.
No.
All his victims died the same way, like their throats had been ripped open with steel claws.
Like or because?
Because it's very different. Like, it's very different.
In a book.
In a book. Ever heard of one?
Rainbow.
Just something bumping against the house.
The ladies in this look like your grandma because this was probably your grandma's time. That's just a guess. I don't know. Maybe you got a really young and hip grandma.
Yeah, she's cool. She lets you smoke pot in the basement.
And she skateboards, I heard. My grandma can do a kickflip. No, she can't. You know, that kind of thing.
That's a heel flip varial. Come on.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Get Doris up a ramp doing a melon grab, and we'll talk.
Yeah, I bet she can't do a 4-stair.
Yeah. What is happening with her sweater? Is it crooked? What is happening?
They didn't get to do the dry cleaning because Vincent Price needed an extra cigarette break, you know.
Having no face, he probably has no fingers either.
No fingers?
That's rude. You can have a face and still have fingers. That feels wrong. I need her to everything what she says.
That, I suppose, is the cat dropping its dentures.
What does that mean?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I understand. Somebody please explain in TikTok Zuma banana terms, please.
Did the writer have a copy of 1001 Forgettable Similes on his desk while he was writing this?
Oh. Do you think 1001 Forgettable Similes is just, this is as weird as, oh shit, I forgot.
It's better than a dog trying to.
I had something for this. Yeah, Stitch
Elbows
back
akimbo over here.
Only the claw knows. Slay.
Is that from friggin' Ed, Edd n Eddy?
It's from a radio play, Spooky.
Oh, okay.
I thought if you of anybody should have known this. But yes, it was also in it.
Okay, so here's my question. I don't care what it's from first. How did you hear it? That's what I want to know.
Okay, kayfabe break moment. this person, the guy back here, his grandma was very into radio noir, and whenever he would ask a stupid child question, she would say, "Only the claw knows."
Yeah, it's actually pretty cute.
Yeah. She was nuts in a very good way.
I think I just spotted the filmmaking error here. These are the same two women. These are it's not two different people.
I like how the claw's now waving from the window to be like, I'm not gone.
Yeah, I like that he's just slowly reaching his hand in, like, ooh, I'm gonna get you. Not yet, but ooh, I'm gonna get you.
Well, thank you very much. Come on, Lizzie. We're going to sleep in my room.
Oh, and we got, someone in chat is actually knowledgeable. Surprise. Kitty dropping dentures refers to cats tipping glasses off of table edges. Where's Nocturne? Where's Nick Nocturne? I need to confirm that.
Okay, because she made it sound like the cat had dentures, and I was like, "What is your cat?"
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's completely what I heard.
Oh, that's a crazy visual.
I would like to see a cat with dentures. Do you think it would just be like?
I like to think so. Cat, you just know it would. What's wrong with your cat? Nothing. That's his face.
Yeah, he just looks like that.
Yeah.
He's got like platinum grills.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna make my cat into Paul Wall.
Yo!
Yeah, he's gonna drink cough syrup and drive a slab, and it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
There's a booby trap. If anybody tries to open this transom, this will be knocked off.
Which, oh my God, have you seen Paul Wall in recent years? He so
looks
handsome.
good as fuck.
Yes, he does. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, let me.
Yeah, age has done him very many favors. Yeah,
he definitely played his cards right. You should look him up, Sharai. He looks good.
Listen, that's what I'm gonna do after I get off of here. I'm gonna just be like, "What's Paul Wall doing?"
What's Paul Wall up to? It's the Iceman Paul Wall with his mouth looking something like a disco ball. I believe that's the lyric.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm less interested. I thought the gloves belonged to a lady, and I was like, "Ooh, she's gonna kill him."
Nope, it's a man. That's a man.
I hate when it's men. It's just
Boo! Boo! Yeah.
It's so derivative. It's been done again.
Come on, give me something fresh. Give me something
Seriously.
new.
Oh, really? A man? You ever read Catcher in the Rye?
We've been over this. I don't read.
I'm just saying they clearly ripped off F. Scott's Fair, whatever.
F. Scott Fitzgerald. That was that singer, right? Yeah. Had the really cool
Catcher in
voice.
the
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
Oh, the man's inside now. He's in the
And Gravemind, you're right. We're taking the piss, but that shadow shot is very cool. And there's honestly a lot of really cool filmmaking around here. It's just acting was very different back then.
That's scary.
Yeah. Like, I never want a man in my house.
I'm jumping out the window. What floor is this?
It doesn't matter. I'm taking
I
my
live
chances.
with two men, and I don't want men in my house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She made us sleep on the couch. What a shitty friend.
Because they're not. She's her personal assistant or whatever. So you know she's just awful.
Oh, I thought this was gonna be gay.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
There's
the
a
Hays
chance.
Code was in full effect.
Oh no!
That's too much. Just
Here
use
it
the door.
comes.
Beware the rubber bat. Oh yeah,
Wow.
yep. It's that kind of movie.
That is only too good.
Woo!
Oh, say that again. Hold on, Miss Cordelia.
Miss Cornelia.
And it bit me. It flew in that closet.
Should we close the closet so it doesn't get out?
Well, there's more than one thing in that closet in this picture, honey.
Operator, will you get me Dr. Malcolm Wells?
Calm down. I'm doing it as fast as I can.
I don't know his number, and I have no phone book.
She's taking her bite very well. I know I would not be as calm or collected if a bat bit me.
Hello, Dr. Wells' office?
I like to personally think that I would do just fine and the bat would not bite me because it would know that we were on the same sort of vibe and it would hang out and we would listen to Bob Marley Legend together. But that's just me.
Here's my impression of a bat biting me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think bats have a taste for marrow.
I hope it's not a delivery. A baby, I mean, they can be terribly complicated.
It never bothered me none.
Oh, Lizzie, you never had a baby.
Of course I didn't. That's
What?
why they never bothered me.
How did we get here?
No, that's a pretty good line. I'm going to steal that. Of course I didn't. That's why it's never bothered me.
She's from the tautology department of the house.
Is this the same man running around the house? Because he has the same hat and jacket, it looks like.
I think that's just what guys look like.
His pants are so high.
Yeah, why would you need to wear? You don't have to cover your belly button, dude. It's fine. No, excuse me. Sorry. Cover your belly button, whore. Yeah, there we go.
It makes it easier for him to reach for his wallet when he's at the drive-thru at McDonald's.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Now he's sneaking around. He has to be more aerodynamic.
Yeah, you can't have any drag. You
No.
got to get it pulled all up on the parts there, and yeah.
Like a swim cap.
Oh man, do you think he shaves? You know, I don't know.
Definitely.
I'd like to see proof of that.
Yeah, I bet you would. Come here, little Betty. Bite the glass. Bite the glass.
Oh.
He is really harassing that bat in real life.
Do you think that bat was like severely pissed off? And do you think it got SAG rates? Was SAG around back then?
Actually, the family of the bat still receives the royalties.
Boom.
Well, that's good. At least you know they're making it right now.
Yeah.
The bat was on the phone with his agent, like, yeah, hi, yeah, no, little problem, yeah. They're shoving glass in my mouth.
There, what?
That's what I thought, but I kept trying.
Yeah, I mean that's more than Laurence Olivier's family has done for anybody after Othello. So what can you do?
All right. Tell her I'll be right over there.
Sergeant Bilby, you're gonna get put in the pit. His work drives him batty. You're going in the pit. You're going in the pit. Boo!
Oh,
But
hiss.
thank you very much. Thank you
Or
very much.
whistle when it's done by Europeans at the Olympics.
They whistle? Really?
Yeah, they whistle when they're mad at you.
Weird.
Oh.
But they have a way of doing it. It's not like, it's like very.
I didn't know skeletons could whistle. I'm learning all kinds of things today.
Oh, where do you think all that spooky whistling comes from on Halloween? When the
I
wind
thought it
blows?
was like blowing through your random cavities in your skull, you know.
Yeah, well, there's definitely not a brain up there, so it.
Yeah. Well, I was avoiding using the phrase "blowing through your numerous holes"
Jesus.
for several reasons.
Here we are.
That's where you were going.
This is not on the standards and practices sheet for Spooky Weaselbones.
Good. I'm all about pushing boundaries and blazing new trails or whatever. No! A spooky bat!
Good one.
I like how unconcerned he is. Better just shut the
Petrified.
blinds. Better just shut the blinds. So we've gotten through the first part of the movie!
Yay!
Wow! Time flies when you're talking shit, huh?
Is that what time's doing? Okay.
Oh, man. It might also be the beers. I don't know. So, yeah, that's... so while the acting is a lot, And, it's certainly very old. There's something about the movies from this era. They just have this certain, like, charm and quality about them that I'm really drawn to. That may be a brain sickness. I don't know. But I think it's a whole lot of fun. And, I think this one is a really good exemplary example, if you can say that, of it. Well, I've lured you both here, Sharai, Zero. You've been trapped in the last video store on Earth. And we're going to kind of put you in the hot seat a little bit. Don't worry, the questions are easy. And they're not so much trivia questions as they are just sort of poking your brains about horror films. So don't worry too much. I hesitate to call it an interview because it's more of a conversation. But yeah, so welcome to the Video Store Hot Seat. And after meeting you guys at Midsummer Scream, like I said earlier, I went down a big rabbit hole where I just like jammed out a bunch of the episodes of your podcast and like no bullshit, like just sort of being out and out about it. I think you guys are both truly incredible. And I really love when there's a podcast about movies where nobody's like, oh wow, I upset Spooky. Sorry, the Grave Mind says
Spooky will return, but don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's a disembodied Spooky voice. But he says this isn't an interview; it's more of an interrogation. It's not one of those either. Don't worry. Where were you? No. But no, I really do love when there's a podcast about movies and nobody's like playing armchair expert and like it's not got this hoity-toity vibe to it. It all just comes across like two friends who watch a lot of movies and know a lot about movies talking about movies. And it makes for a really great, cozy listening experience. And I like it. Like Zero, your voice, smooth as butter.
Thank you.
I think you were like born to talk into microphones. It's really something special. And Sharai, Jesus Christ, I can never stop laughing. Like you crack me up so much. So much. I think back to what was it? At Midsummer Scream at you guys' panel, which the panel is also like recorded and available. You can go check that out on your Spotify's and your Apple Podcasts and wherever you get your pods if you're also a 30-plus-year-old person that listens to podcasts. Wow. Sorry, I had a lot in me there. But I think the joke was, like, what are you going to do if you haunted somebody? And I think, oh, God, there was lots of heat exhaustion and illness and alcohol in the day. But I seem to remember I'm kicking ice under your fridge.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember which one of you said that, but that killed me. Yeah, that killed me. And just, oh my God, but you guys both, you're hilarious. You sound fantastic. And you know your shit. And that's, you know your shit without having a big head about it. And I think that's very cool.
Thank you. Oh, so sweet.
We love it over
come
here.
on. Yeah, I do use this as a point to gush over people whose stuff I like. I'm like, hey, come on to my show. We're going to watch a movie. And I'm just going to talk about how awesome your shit is or whatever.
I'll be back next Thursday.
Oh, awesome. All right. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Don't even worry about it. But I always tend to start off with a softball question. But it's a good one, and I think it's a great conversation starter. Oh, look, and you've got someone else in the chat here hitting you with a Stitch Bunk Back says, oh, they're the best. So, yeah, you're getting love all over the place. Yeah, thank you, Stitch Bat Punk. I really appreciate you telling the truth to people. But yeah, the softball question, and we'll do this one at a time or whatever. So whoever has an answer, jump in. But what was it that like drew either of you into horror films in the first place?
Oh, Sheray's answer is funny.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did it for feminism and spite.
That's the best answer I've ever heard. Oh my God.
I was the number 6 of 8 children, and it was a bunch of dudes, and they were all like older than me. Like my youngest older brother's 11 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
So of course they can watch horror movies, and me at like 3 and 4 are like, why can they do a thing I can't do? Is because I'm a girl, and I wear my mother down. I wear her down.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's why my imaginary friends were awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That I think that's probably the most honest answer I've gotten to that question.
Yeah, they told me I couldn't, so I had to. Like,
yeah, foreshadowing alert.
Listen,
and you know what? She's iconic for that. So
yes,
we appreciate a "fuck you, I'ma do it" type of person around here.
Oh yes. My introduction to horror was not as righteous.
Mine wasn't either. It's okay.
I got into horror. I was in middle school, and I had lots of issues with fear and anxiety, and it was so bad. Like I was running from the pizza guy. You know, I couldn't call. You know, because back then you had to call your friends on the landline and like, oh, what do I say if their dad picks up? I don't know. Shit like that. It was awful. And it got to a point where I developed a really strange fear of the automatic flushing public toilets.
Whoa.
I don't know.
That's
so
relatable though. I understand exactly where you're coming from.
I must have been like 12 to 14 when like they started becoming popular places. I don't know what I thought, like I was gonna get sucked up or like I have no idea.
They're so fucking loud, and the buildings reverberate all the sound.
And
it's
you're
terrible.
In there, vulnerable.
The splash.
You know.
Oh, don't even talk about it. It's a sensory nightmare across the board.
It is. I guess it. A touch of the tism, baby. I am there. It explains a lot.
I think you're in good company. Don't worry about it. Oh man!
So you should see my desk right now. I have like 18 cups.
The 30-year-old man with a puppet doesn't have any idea what you're talking about. I don't know.
So I'm at that point of my life, and I just like drew the line because I was like, okay. I'm 13. I can't live my life like this, being scared of everything. So I used middle school logic, and I was like, okay, if I look up all the scary shit, then I'll build up a tolerance.
Oh, okay. Exposure therapy.
Yeah. So that's what I did. And on the internet, I am a child of the late 90s. So I grew up chronically online.
Oh, yeah.
And spent a lot of time on Reddit. I don't know if that helped me in the long run, but I found something that I actually truly love. And I'm still here, still a little bit of a bitch, but maybe with a little bit higher tolerance. I don't know.
That's also such a like good, relatable answer for a lot of people. I think there are tons of people who are like either they deal with anxiety or they're what word do I want to use? Or they've like experienced some kind of trauma or whatever, and they like feel themselves like enveloped in this sort of like agoraphobic kind of fear. I found a lot of people do turn to things like horror films and like haunted attractions to sort of take some of that power back and experience that fear in a controlled, safe environment to get comfortable with it. And I think that's like a wonderful, beautiful thing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
that heals.
It really is. It does it all. Like it'll make you laugh. It'll give you a tragedy. It'll give you action. Like horror movies are every kind of movie in one movie most of the time. And I think that's something really special about them. We got some stuff in the chat here. What do we got? Side note, you can see that Lucy is a demon and not a spirit. As you can see, he is casting a reflection in the mirror behind him.
Just if you needed clarification.
Right?
Yeah. Whoa. I didn't know you could see me back there. That's crazy. Whoa. I've lived here for how many years and I haven't really done that. Let's see. We got the Creep Show is my first horror film. Creep Show is a fantastic movie. I'm a big sucker for anthologies, and Creep Show is one of the best. Goth Fox says horror is a therapy, and it totally
Amen.
can be. But in the case of some things, it's the opposite of therapy. I'm looking at you, August Underground.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Let's see. Okay, so moving sort of along to the next thing. As a listener and conversation haver with the both of you, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of what the answers are. Actually, I absolutely know for you, Zero. I've heard you say this. But for our friends out there in Twitch TV land, what are your like favorite sort of go-to subgenres, you guys?
I love slasher movies so much. They're my favorite movies. I love every single Halloween movie. Friday the 13th.
See, I got to sort of push back a little bit. I like some Halloweens, but I like I like when Halloween goes full balls to the wall crazy, and they're like, yeah, fuck it, Michael Myers was made by a cult. I don't care. He's gonna do whatever. That's where I really started enjoying the Halloween movies.
I have fond memories of them because I watched them so much, but also, even as a kid, I was like, why does Mikey's mask look so bad this time?
Okay, he does kind of look like shit in those movies.
It's like he got a divorce between 3 and 5.
Yeah, he got a divorce and bought a friggin' Corvette and got plugs. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Having a midlife crisis, but still wants to catch his niece. Like
it shows.
I bet Halloween 4 Michael Myers listens to Sammy Hagar like on the regular. Yeah.
You know he does.
I'm joking though. I'm not that kind of gal. For the Twitch people that don't know me,
nah,
that was a joke. I'm not one of them. Looks at Sharai.
I have found myself enjoying the 80s slashers a little bit more than most people in recent years. I'm working my way through them. I've seen some real cool shit. Like Tom Hanks' first movie was a slasher called He Knows You're Alone. And it's the one that all of our favorite slashers steal from, including Scream 2. So yeah.
I've never heard of that movie before. That's awesome. I got to check that out.
Because it's never streaming for free, but it's one of the ones I will say it's worth the $6. It is worth the rental.
$6?
Yeah. Yes. Man, I paid, let's see, what did I, there was some movie I watched that I really loved and I paid $4.
Ooh.
But I can't remember what it was. Oh, Immaculate. I paid $4 for Immaculate, and I felt like that was $4 very well spent. But $6, that's a gamble.
Yeah.
I could go get like half a sandwich somewhere for that.
Right.
You know?
Like it's almost a bottle of water in some stores.
Yeah. Hey, I live in Southern California, honey. I know all about it. Trust me.
I've drank that $8 water. Yes.
Yeah, you were at Midsummer Scream. You definitely drank the $8 water.
A lot of $8 water.
Yeah, no joke. $8 water, $20 beer. It's terrible.
I'm temporarily back from my vocal rest. I would like to barge in and answer your question, Lucy, because I feel like I have to represent my love for the Disney-fied, not really horror Halloween movie, like Halloween Town, Spooky Buddies. No one out here is carrying a torch for those like Spooky Weaselbones.
Oh, what's that one? Little Monsters? Isn't that another one of those?
Oh,
yeah.
The 80s one or the one with Lupita? Because there's two I found out the hard way.
Oh my God. So I'm talking about the 80s one. I didn't know there was one with Lupita. Whoa.
Yeah, there's one with Lupita. And a whole bunch of other people are in there too.
Yeah, like she plays a kindergarten teacher who takes her class on the wrong day to the petting zoo and a zombie outbreak.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. All right.
See, I love that. Okay, back to vocal rest. Thank you for tolerating the intrusion here.
Oh, anytime, buddy. We'll enjoy your rest. Drink some warm honey water or whatever skeletons need. I don't know.
Yeah, probably milk for calcium.
Got it. Yeah, I'll drink some Ensure. All right. Yeah. See you in a minute.
That was so interesting. But yeah, so you say you've been digging through the 80s slashes. Apart from Tom Hanks's first film, which I've already forgotten the name of.
He Knows You're Alone.
He Knows You're Alone. That's a good name. I should remember that.
And he did know they were alone. He did.
No, he did not. You're lying. You're lying. I don't believe it. But so what's sort of an 80s slasher like slept on unheard of gem apart from that one that you think people should seek out?
There's so many that are just kind of off the beaten path. Like, I did not know that there was a movie called The Prowler, which is a better version of My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, The Prowler rules. Yeah.
I wish it got half the attention as My Bloody Valentine, but it came out 8 months later and people had moved on. And so it was me and Shutter figuring it out as usual. Yes. I also, people love The Intruder because that's the Sam Raimi energy. Because Scott, I forgot Scott's last name, but he collaborates with him a lot, especially on Evil Dead 2. He made it.
Yeah.
So there's lots of crossovers. People love that because it's so weird and out of pocket. I just saw April Fool's Day. That's weirdly good. Deceivingly.
Oh yeah,
good.
that one is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's one like 60.
Oh wow, yeah. I always appreciate anybody who can get down with the schlock. Because it's got its own thing going. Like, and there's some schlock that's really good, like Pieces. Have you ever seen Pieces?
Oh my god, I love Pieces.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite penis mutilations. Like,
yeah, you gotta hand it to him. You gotta
literally, you had to hand it to him when.
Oh no! Wow! We gotta get you hired back home. I think you're gonna have some good ideas.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, outside of the horror genre, I just got a bunch of movie questions because these are fun. Outside of horror films, what are you guys' favorite movies? Like, I always throw people for a loop when, like, one of my favorite not horror movies is like Forrest Gump.
Oh.
You know?
Wait, for real?
Yeah. I do love that. I cry every time. I can't help it. I don't know.
It's emotional. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always, every time I'm like, I've seen this movie a million times. It's not going to get me this time. It's going to be fine. And then he's running through the forest in Vietnam, yelling about how he's got to find Bubba, and I cry every time.
Poor Bubba. He just wanted shrimp, and I relate to that.
That's all he wanted. I would also kill for a shrimp sandwich right now. I am pretty hungry.
Listen, I miss shrimp. It's been so many days. I would do a lot for shrimp.
It's been hours since I've last eaten the shrimp. Whatever will I do?
Outside of horror, I like weird movies still. Like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was kind of my go-to, even though I don't do romance, but it's not really a romance because these two people don't want to be together. And also we're playing in Brains. So like, I'm also digging Horde at the moment. It's a new movie. Luna Karamoon did it. It's a British thing about a woman whose hoarding catches up with her. And so they have to remove her daughter and things get sadder and weirder as the girl grows up without her mother.
That sounds cool.
Worth it. Worth it.
Yeah. Zero. What are your favorite non-horror films?
This is going to sound crazy, but I don't really watch anything other than horror things. There are definitely some movies in there where like a smartass would be like, actually, that's not horror. But whatever. They all count as horror in my book.
Yeah, snore, yawn, whatever, dude. Yeah.
Because a lot of the cool movies fit somewhere under the umbrella. Like, Everything Everywhere All at Once is definitely a sci-fi. And
it's a genre film. Yeah.
Yes. I put it on my list because it was the best movie that year. And people were like, no. And I was like, go love yourself and get off my Twitter.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Literally, I'm looking at my letterbox right now, and the last non-horror thing that I watched was Lady Gaga's Chromatica Ball.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, because I was like, my favorite, I guess my real favorite quote unquote non-horror movie is Pink Flamingos. But with a lot of the stuff that goes on in that movie, for a lot of people, it is a horror film. Yeah. So I feel like that's like, you may as well call Pink Flamingos a horror film with how intense the exploitation is.
I mean, if it's made by the Pope of Trash, you have to put it somewhere in our umbrella.
Hold on. I think that's how you do that. I'm not sure.
Man.
But yeah, man, John Waters. I could go on and on. Where are we? I did that. I got notes. Like I said, I'm kind of a professional. So you guys do your podcast, and it's very good, and have like it's gotten you around the places like Midsummer Scream and BlerdCon and all sorts of like wonderful, awesome events that even the ones that are too far away for me to find a way to, like, just seeing like you guys in a crowd of people and it's all like-minded and community and stuff. It's wonderful. Are there any sort of experiences like that you've had on account of the pod that sit back, that like when you sit back and think about them, they leave you like, wow, like we fucking went and did that?
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time. All the time. Like I love this story. Like on the way to our BlerdCon panel this year, I was running late because like I had to eat. If I don't eat, I get really mean. And so it's for the greater good. And so like I was like, our food truck wouldn't give me the food. I'm getting a yogurt. I'll be there. And so like I ate my little yogurt and I was being a little bitch and I was like running to the thing. Somebody stopped me because they're like, hey, Sharai. Like, who knows my name? What? And there was some strange like, I love your podcast. Like, oh my God, thank you. We're about to do a panel in like 10 minutes. Please get in here. Bye. And I don't know that stranger's name, but it made my day. It made my week. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
Those are the best moments because we're not often granted opportunities where all of us can be in the same room together.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if it wasn't for the internet, then we wouldn't have any of this or the network of people that we surround ourselves with. Like Sharai and I, Jazz and Kat, everyone who was around our table, you guys, we all met on the internet.
Yeah,
because
totally.
The community is absolutely important. But it's those little, and then, you know, when you're in it, it's like the best thing ever. It's hard because you can't talk to everyone because you're only there for like 3 days. And then otherwise it's, you know, back to my laptop. But it's really crazy when we get just those little hints in normal life.
Yeah.
You know, because we choose to surround ourselves with our online community and then what we do in our recreational time, which is going to conferences and film festivals and stuff. But then when we're just like out in the wild like that, like one time I was going to get banh mi on my lunch break.
I love this story.
I'm already hungry.
I was going to get banh mi and I was waiting in Chinatown and some guy behind me was like, yo, like, I love your podcast. And I wish I got his name so I could have said like a thank you or something. But shout out to that guy randomly. It was awesome.
I think that's the most New York thing I've ever heard in my life.
Like some white man, you know, in the Vietnamese.
Oh, that's
shop.
even, So, some white guy probably with a beard. Like, oh, I love your podcast.
He had one of those newsy caps. It was amazing.
Oh, of course he did. Wow. Are you in New York in the 1920s? You have to be honest with me.
Yes. Reporting live.
Nice. Awesome.
No. Like I love those stories and I love like that sense of community because like people don't have to come see us do anything. And so when you look out and like there's so many butts and seats and people are standing there to the sides, nodding and agreeing and throwing out movie recs that we didn't say because we only have so much time. It feels so good. And like the people who will like just randomly like add us to be like, I got your merch. And I'm just like, oh my God, thank you. Oh my God. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, it was very cool to like when you guys hosted or you guys were hosting that panel at Midsummer, to walk in like, oh God, we got stuck in the what's the vendor area because it was like gangbusters on Sunday for whatever reason. And we're trying to fight our way up. We're like, we gotta make it to like I had talked it up to my friends for the whole weekend. It was like, we gotta go, it's gonna be awesome. And we're fighting our way up. And it was just so awesome to get upstairs and get into that conference room and like see all those seats filled out with people. It was like a really awesome experience to be like, damn, yeah, this is cool as hell.
Yeah. I think that every time because again, like, I'm just like, and in the day we're just like friends who like talking about movies together, and now people like show up to see us do it in person. What is our life?
I know. It must be so hard to be funny and entertaining,
right?
Wow. Oh man,
to be lucky enough where everyone around you is also funny and talented.
Yeah, heavy is the head that wears the crown, so they say.
So hard, yeah.
Yeah, it's really difficult. It's really tough. I don't know how you guys do it. So this is like more of a sort of abstract kind of question. So, what spawned the idea for you guys to like record these conversations and do the pod? That's always like a really interesting thing to me.
Sharai was literally like, "Why doesn't Zero Gravity have a podcast?"
literally.
If I had known you beforehand, I probably would have said the same thing. Honestly,
I was just
so,
on
that makes
everyone
sense.
else's podcast and then on Twitch. And then Sharai slides in my DMs with Ryan, our third co-host at the time. And she was like, "Bitch, what the fuck? Like, how are you a podcaster and you don't have a podcast?"
hey, plug the Twitch. Plug the Twitch. Go ahead and do it.
Wait, here I come. Here I come in the chat. Hold up. I'm here.
Oh, whoa. Dropping it in the chat. Go give Zero a follow if you're hanging out.
Hold on. Let me put my emotes down there. Yeah.
Listen, a professional.
Because I'm a
you
professional.
just did that House of the Dead stream. Is that right?
Yeah, that shit is jokes. It was hilarious.
Yeah, so get down there, check it out. Yeah. See, that's very cool. I do like that. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get in front of a microphone. That's very funny to me.
Listen, I'm a Gemini. I don't mince words. I'm just like, why don't you?
Oh man, that's why we get along. So I love Geminis. That energy is like, oh man, I love it.
We make fun. What's your sign, Lucy?
I'm a demon. Yeah.
I've been called that too.
Yeah, but for all intents and purposes, I'm a Sagittarius.
Yes, fire sign. Yes, cats of Sagittarius. Yes.
Or as I like to say, a social vampire.
What?
I don't know. That might be like a weird thing I have about myself. I don't know, but moving right along before I psychoanalyze myself live in front of viewers. So I did that. I did. Oh, right. Here's the big question. Sorry, I got to put on my NPR voice for this one.
Okay.
Something I really admire about the way your show works is the inclusive and intersectional way you two read horror films. Without spoiling anything, I'm thinking back to some of the thoughts you shared about the way a few things played out in Nicolas Cage's film Long Legs. Watch the movie and listen to the pod if you want to know what I'm talking about here. But I say that just so I can wrap this little interview section up with the real question. The horror fan base just becomes more and more diverse and large and spread out as things go on, and it's like a beautiful thing. But outside of the likes of maybe Jordan Peele and a handful of other like directors from outside of the United States, you don't see a lot of love for filmmakers who are people of color or otherwise minority people. In your opinion, what are some things that the horror fan base and or horror film movie system writ large could do to be better for marginalized creatives and fans?
Spend your fucking money.
Hell yeah. My God. I was so hoping that was going to be the answer. Oh, man.
Step one.
That's the short answer. The short answer is spend your fucking money. But the actual answer is just spend, because you can spend with other things, not just, currency. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us get invites. Okay, our homie Tyrone, he's going live at 9 tomorrow. Let's put asses in seats. That doesn't, cost anything to support a fellow creator and make sure you're another number in their live and stay active in the chat. That's one way that you could pay and support. If there's a movie that you really liked, tweet about it, waste some characters on it, because you never know who could see that tweet, who could then influence them to buy a movie ticket. If you really care about the release of something, then buy an early screening ticket, put asses in seats, be loud about things, just be a good fan. That doesn't mean you need to like spend a whole bunch of money, but throw likes, throw shares. If you got the money, throw it at the Kickstarter if you believe in them, And also, if you can help it, go to an independent theater.
Oh, yeah. If you've got those around you, you totally should be helping keeping those propped up. They always play the coolest movies. And that's like where like, oh God, I'm going to sound like this guy, but that's where like cinema as art stays alive. is like your locally run art theater, and that's like where the real shit happens, you know.
Yep.
100%. Yeah. Definitely with the spend. Also, just like make sure that you are catching people talking about movies that are outside your experience. Because I think part of the reason that horror doesn't move as fast as it could and should, and people don't make the change they could and should to their work, is because they're staying in their very insular box. And so they're in their little suburb where everybody has their same experience. And they're like, no, you're doing fine, Davey. And Davey's not doing fine. Davey's executing Black people in every movie. So Davey puts his movie out, and then we get a hold of it as podcasters and content creators. And we're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Davey? And it's the first time he's ever heard of it. Whereas, like, had he put on like any of the podcasts or any of the YouTube channels or any other things, Twitches, what have you, he could have been like, these are conversations I've missed out on. What? So yeah, seek out people who are different from you, listen to their shit, and then also take those notes and apply them. Repeat. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, and man, the use of suburb there was apt, very apt. Yeah, Davey knows exactly who's being talked to right now. Davey, you're going to bed without dinner. I'm telling you right now. Hey, yo, Spooky, are you done with your vocal rest? Whoa, that was fast. I did not expect that to be that fast. Wow. I brought you back in because one, we're gonna start the movie again soon, and two, I've got a group assignment. So one of the things I love about these pulpy murder, after that wonderful, thoughtful, viewers take some of that shit home and think about it conversation we just had, we're gonna get kind of light afterwards, but one of the things I like about these pulpy sort of whodunit murder mystery type things is like the killers are always very specific and thematic. It's like we've been talking about. It's like a Batman villain. Yes. And there's always some sort of calling card or highly specific MO they work within, which led me to this. Let's do a little bit of role playing. Everybody loves that. Oh God, excuse me again. That's how you can tell I'm being sarcastic. Hold on, I lost my hand again. Oh man, it's very difficult to be me. People don't understand. But yeah, let's do a little role playing here and pretend like we are cast as killers in this type of a mystery. So, Spooky, if you were a pseudo noir, pulpy, whodunit, spooky house murder mystery guy, what would your motif and method be?
Aha. Okay, so I'm the murderer. Am I understanding correctly? I'm the murderer, and what kind of spin do I put on it? Okay, my thing would be that I'm one of those people who's really committed to public transportation on social media. I'm one of the people who won't shut up about. So what happens is that people are coming to my auto repair shop, and then they're being found floating up on the banks of a river with oil filters wrapped around their necks.
Whoa, he's the R fuck cars killer. Yeah, right. that's pretty good.
I'm sorry for the part of the assignment for taking it back in time to the film noir era. 0 out of 10. I will admit.
No, you don't have to worry. That's just sort of the idea. Like you're a themed murderer. You don't have to be in time. I guess we're making jazz here, baby. I guess that was a good one. Sharai, how about you? What's your murder theme?
As a writer, I would love to use the blood of my victims to leave notes. That's good. That's right, because it's easy. Like you already cut them, so that's just like all this like potential. Just dip the pin or the feather, because I'm gonna be extra. I'm gonna have a quill. I'm gonna be like, ha ha ha, you'll never find me.
I like it. I like that a lot, actually.
Sharai the Slayer.
Oh no! There's a part of me thinks you shouldn't have said that out loud on the stream, and you should have kept that for yourself. That's very good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Zero, what do you got?
All right. Have either of you seen Lovecraft Country?
Oh
say
man, I
have.
watched like an episode, but I never followed the whole thing.
Oh my God, Sharai, the department store scene with the manager.
I knew it. I knew it was that.
Okay, you guys, this is the homework. You need to go back and watch. Listen, talking about a Blerdy masterpiece, an excellent balance of fantasy, but also a good amount of blackness, and it's not trauma porn.
Wow,
But
okay,
there
yeah.
is a very
Groovy.
good revenge scene involving a shoe that gets shoved up some places, and it's a
hello.
sexy red bottom heel, like
Whoa, nice.
And they play Cardi B, and it's the Red Bottoms lyric as
Oh
it
my
happens.
God, yeah.
Yes.
That's
And then what
awesome.
happened?
Yeah.
You guys gotta see it first in the mouth,
Yeah.
and then so that's me.
That's a
gonna be my
Saturday
mark.
night for me, baby. That sounds like a
Yep.
good time. Wow.
And I have a big afro, and I also wear a trench coat that's almost to the floor, but you can see the red bottoms. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, you got some good stuff going on here. Wow. Me personally, I would just never kill anybody because I'm like so cool and nice and special.
Sure. Terrible
Yeah.
answer.
You
Yeah.
killed before.
Absolutely.
My lawyers are advising me off camera to say, no, I have not. You can't prove it, etc., so on and so forth. Hitherto, further, never, whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, we were watching a movie, weren't we? I got kind of caught up in this wonderful.
Doesn't sound familiar.
No. I was caught up in this wonderful, beautiful, fantastic conversation. So before I start the movie, let me formally say thank you guys for indulging me in my half-assed interview.
It was full-assed. Don't tell yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh come on.
Double cheek.
This old thing.
Oh
This
yeah.
old thing.
Wow.
Come on. No, yeah. Anymore, you got to go to the Only Fleece page.
Stop it.
Yeah. Be careful. That's how people get felt up. Oh, come on. All right.
Dear.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah. Okay. Before I say something terrible, let's start this fucking movie. Yeah. We do love a dramatic staircase waltz,
Who's there?
I wonder what she says if you pull on that rope on the back of her head.
Come in.
Ow.
Like the town. the city town.
This toy's defective. It says the same thing over and over again.
Ow.
I believe it's killing
Is the head?
Go ahead.
Oh, is the head supposed to yank back like that? I don't know.
Doctor, have I got the rabies?
Girl, yes.
Not the rabies.
The rabies, doctor.
Give it to me straight, dog. Do I have the rabies?
No, I'm afraid you've got female hysteria.
And there's only one cure for that. In that era.
Yeah, Google it. Oh no, there were two. I think one was Klonopin, and the other was a hand-operated. Well, never mind.
Why not both? Because
I
that's a
mean,
great Saturday.
that's a Friday night smash right there. That's really good.
Back in my day, service meant service.
Back then, doctors really cared about their patients.
Oh, what's the old?
I've got an idea for a medical treatment.
Dude, I wonder. That doctor had to either be the coolest motherfucker on the planet or the worst creep known to man.
Or both.
Oh yeah, you never know. You never know.
From his appearance,
He's like, oh, Kellogg wants to make you stop jagging it with cornflakes. Well, let me tell you what I got.
I just want to know, like, what health insurance was for back then, and why.
Yeah. Can I put my Hitachi wand on my Kaiser plan? Does that work?
Oh my god!
You would get your headphones back on right there.
Can you imagine? Why are you seeing your doctor 5 times a day?
Well,
I'm hysterical.
He's a very thorough examiner.
Yes.
I'm a terribly sick woman.
Oh man. Oh baby. Have you seen that video of Sigourney Weaver telling these like jokes? That's very vague, I know. But she opens with, so I'm at the doctor, and the doctor tells me, Sigourney, you got to stop masturbating. And I said, why? And he said, I'm trying to do an examination.
Oh dear.
I
Oh,
love
dear
her
me.
so much.
Oh yeah, she's a treasure. Yeah.
No.
Good night, Doctor.
Like, I remember when I found out that she created a job by just not shaving for Alien. What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, when they had to pay that guy to airbrush her fucking
Yeah, they had to get rid of her
stuff
bush.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Because, like, Scott was like, you're going to wear these underwear. You need to shave. She's like, fuck you. I'm not going to shave. I'm Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, we're talking about the bush? The legendary
Yeah, yeah,
bush?
yes we are.
The
yeah,
bush
yeah.
that created jobs. Like, she's an ally. She's like,
Look,
you know what we're going to do?
I'm telling you right now, if I was there, it wouldn't have been a face hugger. You know what I'm saying?
What's that, Jeff Bezos? You're a job creator? Well, let's see some results.
Yeah, yeah. I'll show you job creation. It's the 1970s, baby.
Second time was after the caller got in the house.
Weren't you at headquarters?
Man, back when we were a proper country and people didn't feel the need to shave all their whatevers.
Pile was deep and everything was orange.
Yes, I certainly shall.
I'd better be
Yeah,
going.
sounds like a night at my house, honestly. Yeah.
There will be a man patrolling the grounds all night, Miss Penfold.
Thank you.
And nobody inside, Andy?
Nobody
Why should there be?
inside.
Well, how do you know but what the
Hey,
bat
that was
is
pretty good.
hiding somewhere in the house?
Oh, I'm trying very hard to get my very spooky Vincent Price on, but I'm not very good at it.
Each word you speak is exquisite agony to me.
I did get kudos at a karaoke bar. There was like a group of people doing Thriller, and I knew the Vincent Price monologue, and no one else did.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Did the little wah 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 at the end, and like
You'd be a
like-
fucking hit at the Halloween party with that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Put
It's,
him on the mic.
it's how I win friends. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm terribly awkward and uncomfortable, so I wear this giant foam rubber thing on my hand, and it's fun.
John Fleming left his entire fortune to you. Funny thing about that entire fortune is that we can't find it.
What is this couch?
Oh, all Uncle John had in his bank.
Ugly, for one.
The safe deposit box was empty.
Oh yeah, we talked over this, but there's a subplot point where the $1 million that was stolen from the bank is hidden somewhere within the walls of the mansion.
Oh, that's original.
For the time, sure.
It's a since those securities have been converted into cash.
Cash?
This
The
guy's got
securities
frogs
have been
in his
converted
mouth.
into cash.
Here in Zenith, your uncle
I love old movies because these men have desks that are empty as a bitch. Like,
Yeah, they got nothing on them. What are you supposed to do with that?
Well,
But,
what if I
no-
want my papers over here? And what if I want them over there? And what if
No,
I have a
great.
bunch of cash?
No grave mind. I don't know anything about Command and Conquer, honestly. But
The one place that has not been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
but Spooky knows apparently. So there you go. That's all for you there.
That one played.
That one played.
She has a powerful effect.
I'm just imagining the first time somebody goes into space and they pass a McDonald's and they're just like, well.
God damn it!
What do you mean the McFlurry machine's broken?
Even out here,
typical.
it's zero gravity. Oh wait, no, zero gravity's in here. Whoa!
Ah!
Whoa, that's brand synergy.
Listen, no. When I was watching Alien Romulus and they said Zero Gravity, I'm like, I know her. I was like, oh, that's right. We're talking about something else. What?
They said your name in the movie. In the movie.
That's me. Alvarez owes you a check.
Where's my fucking royalties?
Chauffeur turned butler.
Tim
Yeah,
Curry.
at least AMC should give you one of the cool popcorn buckets on the free, right?
Oh my child, I live in New York City. There's no way.
Oh, they're probably
No way.
Again, California, same. They're gone. They're gone. You're not getting those
You mean
things.
it's dried up of its own accord?
No, not quite.
I did hear. Is this true? I heard somebody on the internet, and nobody lies on the internet, But I
Certainly
heard
not
there was
stupid.
like a guerrilla marketing campaign where they had people with face huggers on lying in the subway. Did
Oh
that
yeah,
happen?
that was real. Mhm.
Oh, that's a pretty cool stunt. That's kind of
I
neat.
didn't see it, but it was real.
I would just assume that it was an Eric Andre prank if I saw that.
Honestly, yeah.
No, there's not enough bottles of ranch dressing, I think. Right?
I've seen him on the street a couple times though.
Oh no, I would feel very unsafe. If I
Yeah,
saw
is he as unhinged as he appears to be? Like
No,
in,
he's very. He's like the celebrity you don't really want to say hi to. Because he's a little like shell shocked, you know.
Yeah, he's a nice Jewish boy. Yeah,
He is a nice Jewish boy.
Can there be any doubt about it?
There will be when Miss Hollander testifies.
I loved when a stranger took the microphone out of his hand and threw it, and it slammed into the window of a cop car, and he was like, "Okay, time to go."
Something I saw with my own eyes.
And Sergeant Bilby, yes, you're right. There is always money in the banana stand. Yes, yes, yes.
But let's assume for a moment that Fleming did steal the $1 million. Now, what would he do about it? Where is it?
And Gravemind, you can't be blamed for mixing up Vincent Price and Tim Curry, really, because they're both bitchy men who don't know how to act with subtlety, and we love them for it.
What? Tim Curry, not subtle.
Yeah, never. He's the only human who's been in a Muppet movie who acted like a Muppet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say he'd prepare a place to
So this new movie that drops today with Tim Curry in it. Y'all know about that?
No.
Yeah.
What are you saying down
No
there?
advertising.
None. I literally found out through the group chat. I didn't hear a damn thing about Tim Curry's back. Yeah.
What's the name? What's the name? Come on.
Sharai.
Stream.
Yeah.
It's called Stream.
Stream. Oh,
yes.
I didn't know Tim Curry was in that. Are you serious?
That was announced like yesterday. I'm like, this movie's coming out. You should say Tim Curry because it's Tim Curry, it's Tony Todd, and I'm just like, why are you not marketing this? Why is it not in theaters near me? Because I would have been like, hey Lucy, can we start 2 hours later? Tim Curry's in that movie.
I'm sorry, I gotta go. Yeah, no, and you would have not been blamed. I didn't know Tony Todd was in it either. I just saw like Darknet horror film Bloodbath, and I was like, well, that sounds fun. I got to see that sometime.
They buried the lead. Their marketing department was not on the ball. They were like, we have gold, but we're not going to sell it.
It's the Terrifier guys, right? So they're probably putting a lot of eggs in that basket.
I'm not a Terrifier girl, but I would have put on pants to go to the theater for Tim Curry had it come near
Yeah.
me.
I'm not particularly a Terrifier girly either. I saw the first one. I saw All Hallows Eve, and I thought it was really cool. And then I saw the first Terrifier and was like, okay, I get it. It's fine. And then I saw Terrifier 2, and it kind of sold me more, but there was no reason that movie needed to be 2.5 fucking hours long.
I agree.
If your movie's 2.5 hours long, it might be the best damn thing I've seen in my life. If it's not that, edit.
Yeah, cut that shit down. And
The sea story
Gravemind,
where they go to pick out a gerbil at the pet store can go.
yeah, it's out. It's out. Gravemind, around here, Tony Todd is Tony Todd as in Candyman, Tony Todd. But yes, the one and the same. He was also Venom in the PlayStation 2 Spider-Man game.
How
Yeah.
offensive.
Right? I met Tony Todd once, so I'm going to be doubly offended. What?
Yeah, on his behalf. Yeah.
What is what with her skirt? The one holding her arms that way. It's like she's wearing a potato sack.
I like how there's so much going on in this scene that's questionable. So that's such a vague statement, but I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Yeah, she wandered in off the set of Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
Oh God!
There.
She's on camera exhibiting behaviors and acting in ways.
Her skirt is moving in mysterious ways, and I just
totally
concerned.
Mysterious, burlapish kind of ways. Yeah,
It is not to us to understand the skirt or question the skirt.
we are here to
Question it.
absorb it. Yeah.
This is the soundtrack that plays behind me when I walk around the house at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's when I'm trying to sneak a piece of Nutella bread out of the kitchen while my husband's asleep.
And then when you get discovered, it turns into 90s techno.
Yeah. Then I'm run Lola run, and I just gotta go.
Yeah, I think
said the
mine's
magic words.
I think mine's Sandstorm.
Oh, fuck yeah.
While I write the story of this fantastic.
This is apropos of another Run Lola Run. I want to see another movie do the montage of photographs for the alternate timeline. That slays me.
I
bumps
don't know
into some asshole.
So good.
So I don't know what Run Lola Run is. I feel out of touch.
Okay, 90s Germany, fuck with your head storytelling, Franca Potente with big red hair.
Nice, I'm already in.
And she does run. There's no lies detected.
When I love when a title is accurate. Whoa, you broke out the physical copy.
Yes.
That actually looks badass.
Whoa.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's like running like 3/4 of the movie,
Right.
and behind her is like it's basically Darby and Sandstorm, but she's just like gotta go,
Nice.
gotta go.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's got that like.
Yeah, trance vibes. Oh man,
I'm in a club in Germany. Yeah, exactly.
Oh come on, I don't need to chew my teeth to dust tonight. No. I really love you guys. You know that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea. I'm a wholesome puppet.
Family show.
Yeah, family show. Gurn. Yeah.
I'm loving this Golden Girls vibe, and I kind of wonder.
Okay, I just so. Speaking of being a wholesome show, I actually bought my first puppet ever during an Ambien blackout. That is the truth.
Nice.
Nice.
It showed up the next day. I was like, "What the fuck is?
What is that?" Okay, I guess this is what I do now.
What a fucking origin story.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I love
something inside me wanted that.
Yeah, you just wake up there and say, "You're like, I guess I do puppet now."
Yeah. It allowed your subconscious to leak through and break the barrier and some other Timothy Leary shit. I don't know.
Yes.
It's certainly the only decision I ever made in that state that I can characterize as good.
Yeah, because otherwise it's chocolate syrup on American cheese.
Yeah, call up all my old ex-boyfriends to tell them about it.
Yeah, and Roseanne Barr having a phone taken away and stuff.
Why does she still have a phone? Like,
there's a lot of people you could ask that about. Let's start at that point. There's lots of people who don't need a worldwide stream of consciousness machine.
No. The voice alone is reason to take that. Hello? What?
Oh no!
Uber Eats is almost here.
I was about to do Peggy Bundy, but that's a whole different person.
The scene of his kills. Yes, that's who I mean.
Like
This guy's deep in thought.
Oh yeah.
He's serious.
Look, and you know it's real because he pushed his coat back behind his pants.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm really serious right now. I mean business.
I love her cute little band-aid on her bite. Like, that's gonna stop the rabies. What?
Well, it was the 50s. They might have just prescribed her cocaine and cigarettes and hoped for the best.
Yep. It cured everybody. That's why they're all so well adjusted.
Yeah, totally. That and all the lead, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, eat these lead paint chips. It'll make you strong.
I don't know how else you explain everyone voting for Reagan.
Whoa.
Lead.
Whoa. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's lead sickness.
Who is it?
Yeah, that's going to be my campaign slogan.
Like, I'm just gonna be like, I'll put the Coke back in the Coke.
Oh, you got my vote! You got my vote!
Yeah, nobody is naturally that indifferent to the suffering of others. He's got to be doing something.
Yeah.
You believe it was the bat?
Do you believe it was the bat? I can't.
Yeah, I do like that a lot of this dialogue also works in Batman.
Yeah.
Do you believe it was the bat, boss? What if it was the bat?
I do believe.
Like you, he believes it's here.
Well, he's a persistent killer.
I would advise you to get out of this house as quickly as
I would advise you to get out of this house
notwithstanding
as
our
quickly
expert
as possible.
protection.
I am a doctor.
Have you called
There's an
Morgue?
echo in here.
On their way here. Oh, good. I want
There's
to
an
examine
echo
the
in
body
here.
before they get here. Maybe take it into another room.
You're getting your payback for when I.
What? I would never do that. That would be petty and mean.
I love how they refuse to light anything in the background of this house, which is definitely a different choice.
Very normal.
Foreground only. What? Backlighting is for communists. What do you want?
Look, backlight is a button on a VHS camcorder, okay, asshole? We don't do that here.
Yeah, we are reel-to-reel film people, and you know it!
I forgot my keys, and when I rang the bell at the kitchen door, there was no response.
You did that.
Oh, this is Warner, Lieutenant. He's my butler. He was my chauffeur.
My butler.
Why'd you promote him?
But it's very difficult to find a butler. They don't like service in the country.
Have you been a butler before?
Mm-hmm.
I
He's
don't
sleeping his way
know.
to the top. He's sleeping his way to the top. He's going to be the chef by next week.
Yep.
What time did you leave the house tonight?
You know he's slinging that thing around like crazy, and it's probably not even that good.
It's not.
No.
That's why she's so stressed.
Yeah. It's like, what am I paying you for?
I shall be in my room, Miss Van Gorder, if you need me.
If you would like to join me, maybe, possibly, with a bottle
you
of
need
brandy.
me. If you need my services.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't recall where.
Man, this is a different kind of movie than I remember. I didn't know I was showing a documentary film tonight. That's crazy.
When Downton Abbey gets real.
Whoa.
But in the meantime,
18 servants chosen to live in a house.
Oh no! Did they choose to live there? Really? Wow, that's crazy.
Hello, my name's Gunther, and I bloody hate people from the south.
No, not Gunther. Gunther, please don't get voted out of the house. You're my favorite.
She told me he was coming.
Who else should I tell you that?
Judy?
The shadows, because again, they refuse to light anything. Are so weird.
Yeah, I do. It's something about all these old movies and that very intense lighting choice. I like that it makes everything feel like a stage play. Like it's kind of cool.
I will annoy myself by saying real facts. It could have had to do with the fact that back then film was really slow. So these days your sensor and your digital cinema camera can get up to something ridiculous 6400 ISO. Back then it would have been more closer to the equivalent of maybe 50. And so if your lights were not melting your face off, no one would see anything.
Police guard for this house,
Whoa!
Lieutenant.
I didn't. Is that why a lot of the really early films, like I think what is it called, like The Haunted House, and like some of those other really old early moving pictures? Is that why they like? I mean, apart from obvious that like 200 years old, is that why they look so much like shit?
The slow film does contribute. It's also the reason that there was almost never any like night for night.
Yeah, well, and the slow film I can deal with. That's kind of cool. It looks like a Rob Zombie video, and I like it. But yeah, I mean, like everything is so harshly, intensely lit that it's like insane to look at.
Yeah.
Like I think, have you ever seen that movie Begotten?
No.
Can't say I have.
Oh man, you guys got to look that one up. But it's like a experimental art film. If you like Eraserhead and David Lynch, you'll probably enjoy it. But
let me add that to the list.
Yeah, Begotten. I don't know if it's available in a clear channel kind of way anywhere. Back in the glory days, it used to be on YouTube. It may still be, but it's a long metaphor about God and the creation of Earth and humanity. And the first 5 minutes of the movie are God disemboweling himself violently in a corner, and it's intense. It's awesome. The footage got used in a lot of creepypasta stuff, but it's shot in this really, really harsh black and white that makes everything look like a Rorschach Rorschach whatever test.
Ooh.
Rorschach.
Yeah, that guy from the Watchmen test. Yeah,
He's my favorite.
He's the best.
And I will look down and say mold.
Well, and some of that with the really early stuff could have to do with the actual print stocks as well, because a lot of those, of course, we don't have the negatives anymore. We just have what was printed out, and on those you're not going to have highlights anymore. And the best you can do with your shadows is just crush them down. So you end up with a really really high contrast final image, and I appreciate that. I like really strong bold imagery, but I the fact that we can do this like low contrast black and white thing now is pretty cool.
And like, if nothing else, at least we still have the copies of those films, unlike a lot of the Doctor Who episodes that now have to be animated. I'm not bitter.
No, don't get me talking about Doctor Who on camera. Oh, I don't know if my brand will live through it. I'll get my sonic screwdriver off of the thing. But
wow.
Yeah, I got a laser screwdriver too. Oh my god.
You're living, Lucy.
Yeah. You can blame my husband. He started this for me.
I will.
Yeah. Thank you.
Give me his phone number. I'm gonna call him up. Why are you getting Lucy into all this dork shit?
Oh, don't worry. It's always been there. Yeah. Oh, and then Gothfox says, "Rip Doctor Who episodes." Don't rip. It's coming back in Christmas, and Ncuti Gatwa was incredible. He was awesome.
Amazing.
I appreciated seeing Jinx Monsoon, of course.
Oh, Jinx was great. Yeah.
Best villain in so many years. Like
I think. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm biased. I always like when the Master shows up.
Missy, Michelle Gomez.
Missy was so good. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Have you seen Michelle Gomez in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Yes, she was so good at it. I didn't know that was the same actress until like very recently.
I'm in love with her.
That woman was born to be evil.
Oh, she's so good at it. Yes.
She even says that because when they're like, "So you keep playing villainous roles? Why is that?" She's like, "Have you seen my nose?"
Like, duh.
Have you seen my nose?
I love it. Oh my god, that's great. No, I'm not. I was about to say something that could potentially be a spoiler for 15-year-old episodes of Doctor Who, and I'm not going to do that to nerds on the internet. We'll talk about it later.
Yes, please.
But we got something from Sergeant Bilby here. If you want a indie black and white batshit film, I recommend The American Astronaut. It was on YouTube last I checked. I've not heard of that, but I do love indie batshit black and white stuff, so of course. Godfox, yes, good night, kisses, hugs, evil love, all that fun stuff. And rabies to us all!
Yay.
I do love painful shots in the abdomen.
Another kind of interesting example, well, I know I'm sure that we've all here seen the movie Pi, and there's nothing else that really looks quite like it. Part of why is that film was shot directly onto what is called reversal stock, so that it was actually shooting a positive image. But the thing about doing that is that it's almost half-tone. Like you're only going to have your black or your white, almost no shadows in between. And they shot directly onto that stock. It's very finicky work, and the fact that they ended up with the images that they ended up with, I think, is just incredible.
I've actually not heard of that, unless you're doing a bit, in which case I'm going to look like an asshole.
No. This is the rare, sincere, spooky.
Oh, I do love sincere pilled spooky Weaselbones, yeah.
Oh, I think we all just love this thing we call the art of film. Yeah.
Oh, that part is true, actually. God damn it, now you got me.
But yeah, reversal film. If you ever sat for like a presentation on slides, that's the kind of film they're using.
Okay. I have a frame of reference for that. I appreciate it. He's very well dressed for a moiterer.
Mm-hmm.
For a bat burglar.
Yeah.
The perm.
Because when they take that mugshot, they don't let you change outfits.
I gotta look nice. Mother always told me you never know when they're gonna get your picture taken.
A comfortable pant, some fierce gloves.
Oh my god, yeah. What I believe the kids say, it's giving, you're serving.
Yes. Yes. He is serving something.
Something or another. Yeah, I'm not sure what. Whoa! Whoa! We're like 2/3 of the way through this movie, guys. Wow, that's crazy. We're having so much fun. Oh, I dropped my hand. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. So wow, this has been going. We for any of you folks in the chat, we're gonna take a little break so we can hydrate, and I have to eat something before I start becoming a bitch. So, so we're going to take a little break. It'll be pretty short, but I've got some special treats planned for the intermission. So please, if you're in there, hang out. I'm sure you will be entertained. And we'll be right back to finish out this friggin' movie, okay? So I'm going to start kicking people out. You're first in line. Spooky, there you go. Sharai, there you go. Zero, there you go. And me, here I go. Intermission, here we go. Enjoy, everybody.
Oh, the time is now, the time is here. Now's the time for a bite of cheer. A tasty light where the price is right. Well, look at here, you'll dig this sight. The moment's handy for a piece of candy. Just name your brand, they're all so grand. Hey, what do you think of a nice cool drink? Or a big box filled with a popcorn thrill? Let your taste buds meet with an ice cream treat. Refresh yourselves, it's time to eat. So come on, folks, let's join the band as we all head for the refreshment stand.
I am thy match, witch.
Thank you for calling Bertoli's, home of the deep dish greaseball pepperoni. What can I do for you?
Mr. Bertoli?
God, what now? Yes.
Yeah. So listen, I don't think I'm gonna make it into work today.
This better be good, kid. What is it?
Well, yeah, you know, I went camping last weekend. And I was out in the woods getting ready to pack up, and then there was this bright flash of light, and the next thing I know, I'm like whipping around the Medusa Cascade with this guy named Klaxar, and he starts talking about experiments and research and
I really don't care where you are. You come in right now or you'll never sing a pie in this town again.
Oh no, how am I ever gonna scrape by on poverty wages now?
Has this ever happened to you? Have you been ridiculed, ostracized, or even fired from a job due to the experiences of your close encounter of the fourth kind? Have you ranted and raved to everyone you know, only to be looked at like a maniac, even though you know what you saw? If so, we here at Wegmans Alien Abduction Insurance want you to know that you are not alone, and we are here to help you in your time of need. Need those tracking chips removed? Are those pesky radio transmitters in your teeth keeping you up at night? Do you have a boss, co-worker, or partner who refuses to listen to the capital T truth of your experience? Well, worry no more. Our crack team of insurance agents are on constant standby and are ready to believe you. Just listen to these completely legitimate, unpaid-for customer testimonials.
My abduction ordeal left me unable to pay my taxes. Wegmans told the IRS to suck it, and now I'm on the run in Macau. Thanks, Wegmans.
I fired one of my best pizza boys. Well, he wasn't one of my best pizza. He was a pretty good pizza. Well, he wasn't pretty. I fired a pizza boy who normally sometimes showed up because he claimed to be abducted by aliens. Then Wegmans sent a bunch of armed thugs to my establishment and threatened me. They didn't make me hire him back, but they did make me pay them $60. Thanks, Wegmans.
I was taken, and that's how come I couldn't be at your tasteless baby shower, Doris.
I graduated top of my class at Yardale. I made music with John Lennon. I shook hands with Buzz Aldrin. I played basketball in the NBA. And I was president of the United States of America. And then I was taken by little green men. And now, I live in this utility closet. Thanks, Wegmans.
I was taken aboard their ship. They said they wanted Earthling feedback on their velvet paintings, but when we got into it, it became clear that they were just hoping to hear positive reinforcement, and they hadn't planned on making any changes, and it was super uncomfortable, and Wegmans gave me $5 billion.
Yes, it's truly inspiring stuff. We here at Wegmans know how difficult it can be for people to adjust to normal life after their brushes with the extraterrestrial phenomena, and we will tirelessly work to provide you a network of trusted, verified professionals to make sure you have the support you need to carry on and readjust to terrestrial life.
After my close encounter and before meeting the fine people at Wegmans, I lost it all. My job, my apartment, my friends. And they didn't really get me any of it back, but I do have a speaking engagement at my local severely divorced ufologist meeting next week. And all the saltine crackers I can eat. Thanks, Wegmans!
No. Thank you, dear customer. For a limited time only, you can call 1-999-PROBE to get a free one-on-one consultation call with one of our many knowledgeable, compassionate, and dedicated agents to find out what we can do to help you.
When you've been scooped up by a little green man called W-E-G-M-N.
Wegmans Alien Abduction Insurance is a limited liability corporation and is not affiliated with any national insurance providers. Free one-on-one consultation covers 15 seconds of call time. Any extension past this time will incur a fee of $29.99 per minute. Contacts provided to any and all claimants may or may not be certified by any locally or nationally recognized governing body. Contacts provided to any and all claimants may or not be representatives of any various three-letter agencies you're thinking of. Yes, even that one. Coverage and results may vary. Incidents occurring in Alpha Centauri or the constellation of Castorberus are not eligible for coverage in your Wegmans insurance policy. Coverage provided by Wegmans Alien Abduction Insurance may lead to an increased frequency of abduction encounters, and Wegmans assumes no responsibility or liability in such cases.
Hey there, you short on cash, your family members dropping like flies, or grandma and grandpa's urns sitting around taking up valuable mantle space that could be otherwise used for your vintage and extensive rare collection of Star Trek figurines? If you think I'm talking to you through the TV, put that sumbitch and pipe down and come on down to Dearest Departed Liquidators. Now look here, man, I'm just going to shoot straight with you. Dying, it's expensive, and Uncle Jim Bob, he ain't getting no younger, but we do love you though, Jimmy, don't even worry about it. And before you know it, you could be staring down the barrel of a $7,000 invoice just to get his stinking corpse off of your family's hands. Then you gotta either put him in a box or run him through the barbecue pit, and then you're left with the environmental waste or a big old ugly clunky metal vase on your mantle. That's where we at Dearest Departed Liquidators come in handy. We deal with all that mess so you don't have to. Why don't you listen here at some of these satisfied customers?
My Meemaw had been stinking up our house for about 6 months, and she started staining the couch, and so we knew she had to go. So we called Dearest Departures. They gave me $137. I've been feeding my family for 2 months.
My papa always told me he wanted to have his ashes spread down at his ex-wife's house. He said he's gonna haunt the shit out of that dog-ass woman and give her what for making his life a living hell for so damn long. But I couldn't figure out where she lived at. So I took the ashes on down to Dearest Departures, and they promised me they'd find a way to get him out there. They even gave me $5 whole and a pack of Big League Chew.
I knowed I didn't have much time left, and I didn't want my family to deal with all that funeral nonsense. So I went down to Dearest Departures and signed my body over. And I know when I pass, they're going to melt me down into a commemorative Dale Earnhardt plate.
Now, folks, I can already hear you. You're over there saying, well, what if my mom and pa's already gone? What can you do then? Don't you worry about that one none, folks, because we also buy gently used remains at competitive prices. Why wander on down to your local black market, shady doctor, or download some weird internet browser to get some hard cash for the used mortal coil of your loved ones? Come on down to Dearest Departed and we'll do the dirty work for you. Now, not only are we committed to paying you top dollar for whatever's left of your family members, we're also working on a model of sustainability and protecting the environment too. All post-mortem materials are reused and upcycled to the highest degree. We are keeping our cemeteries from getting too crowded, and we are bolstering the local economy. Listen to me now. Would your great-grandpa really want his body just lying in a box doing nothing forever? Or would he rather you use it to help bolster local economy and industries like textiles or construction or... Wait, no, you don't gotta show that one. Folks, I'm just itching like a hound for your business, and I can see my money men off camera shaking their heads at me right now, but I tell you what, folks, I'm gonna offer you a deal. Listen here. You come on down here and tell me you saw this here commercial, and I will sign you on free of charge for our fan bombing package for your next Dearest Departed. I know you're looking at your TV right now thinking, well, Mama ain't too much longer for this earth. Why don't you turn her into a stylish grandmother clock or some nice doilies for your coffee table? She would love it. I stand by this service so much, I got my daddy's fingers in this box right here. We light one up for his birthday every year. God rest his soul. And I tell you what, folks, you better get down here quick fast, not because we're pending any litigation or investigation from numerous federal agencies or the Better Business Bureau, that would be crazy talk, but because our value is so high and our offers are so good that we are just going to be swamming in courts in no time. So come on down while we still got room. That's Dearest Departed on 4522 Guide Freeway right off the frontage road.
Have you ever been kissed by a woman like this? This is the story of an adventure so fantastic and horrible as to make a man of science doubt his senses. See the dance of destruction as Tarantula entices men to a strange fate. Lost women, lost because they were born without human souls. Children of abominable deviltry and twisted science, unleashed by insanity.
He has human beauty and intelligence, still possesses the capacities and instincts of the giant spider.
Who could have shot him?
Nobody shot him. Look, these are not bullet wounds.
What could have killed him?
I don't know. I hope we won't have to find out.
Aren't you afraid, Grant?
I'm scared stiff.
If you're frightened, what do you call him?
I'm getting out of here. The terror of mortal man, paralyzed with fear, bereft of reason, facing the horror of the giant hexapod.
All right. Wow. I'm fed. I'm relaxed. I'm in my lane. This is fantastic. Truly beautiful stuff. If you hung around for the infomercials there, thank you very much. And I'm sorry. I don't know what kind of weird, signal broadcast intrusion we were dealing with. The Grave Mind says, the best part is I can see the creases in the green screen. Well, yeah, because, around here, we are all about quality, top to bottom quality. Let's start bringing. Hey, who was that? Let's start bringing in the gang here. There's Sharai. How's it going? There's XeroGravity. We're back. And Spooky. Oh, man, I changed the order. I'm going to have to remember where to look for everybody now.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
A prison of your own design.
Oh, no. I'm in a hell of my own creation. No, even the devil suffers in hell. No. Man. Wow. So we've gotten pretty far into this movie, and I don't think any of us have really been watching it. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. We are more here for the camaraderie, and the movie is an excuse. So to sort of sum things up a little bit here, Vincent Price, he's a doctor. He kills a man who happened to be very rich. And the rich man stole a bunch of money from the bank he works for, and he hid it in the walls of his lavish mansion. There's an author, famously overpaid authors, and she has oh yeah, I'm sorry, did that one hit a little too close to home there?
Oh dear.
Oh man. Ooh, okay. But she has rented out this lavish estate as her summer home while she works on the next novel. And of course, there's a murderer man running around with crazy cat gloves on, and he's got a bat motif that he's working with. Yeah, it's cinema. It's fantastic. And there's also $1 million hidden in the house, and everybody's trying to fight it, including the murderer. So that's sort of where we're at. Up at the top, I did reference that this was a quote-unquote dark house or spooky house movie. And that doesn't just mean that the lighting looks like shit, even though it does.
but an old dark house or spooky house movie is like it's a sort of a subgenre. You guys sort of know what I'm talking about here? Or am I just sort of yelling? Okay, cool. I kind of figured I was in a good crowd for this. Well, for you viewers at home, an old dark house or spooky house movie is your classic black and white horror film that takes place in a creepy and or haunted house. Think things like House on Haunted Hill or The Haunting or the aptly named The Old Dark House. And these were like really, really popular horror movie subgenres at the time. And putting this together really had me scratching my head and thinking about how it's kind of interesting that horror has always courted subgenre. Like if you go back to this time, you had your monster movies, you had your old dark house movies, and you had your psychological thriller type movies. And what nowadays, I guess the subgenres are like slasher movie, general paranormal happening movie, and the psychological thriller. But if you think about it, they're not terribly different. Even like if you go back to the 50s, I think if you would I think you would be executed live on television if you were to feature a dedicated special effects department who was making murders on screen look as real as possible. And the closest they could really get to that back then was your thing like Dracula or Frankenstein. You made the killer a monster and you made the violence happen off screen. And so, it's amplified now, but a slasher movie and a classic monster movie sort of court the same adrenaline rush and sense of danger. And then you get on to like spooky houses and general paranormal. Oh man, I got to stop for a second. The Gravemind really did it. You're so right. The Hays Code did do a number on horror and film in general. Films were very, very queer before the Hays Code happened. And they still were after, but they were not as on the face queer as they were in the 20s and 30s or whatever. But to my point, the spooky house to general paranormal paraphernalia type of thing is a similar through line, with the biggest difference nowadays being if you promise a ghost, you better show that goddamn ghost, or people are going to riot in a theater and they're going to review bomb your movie on Rotten Tomatoes too. But they tickle that same freaky center in your brain. There's like an old dusty house that has a lot of not so great history, weird happenings when it gets dark, and or some really strange family that you just know something isn't right about. Like their family tree might seem more like a bush or something. Yeah, sort of like that Dearest Departures guy in the last video. I don't think there's a lot of deviation in that gene pool.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. And then Sergeant Bilby, Grindhouse Cinema did keep it alive. Example, The Corpse Grinders. I do love The Corpse Grinders. That is a wild, wild movie. Mwah, gotta love 60s sexploitation. And then psychological thrillers. Well, they occupy a really similar space now as they did back then, but the big principal difference these days is they are more willing and likely to push the envelope than they were back then. Or at least that was my first thought, and as I marinated on that a little bit, it's more like about the context of the time in which they came out, right? Like, I think something like Rope, which was a very gay movie. We can talk about how gay Rope was all day, I think. Oh, and Graffigato, hello, what's up? Thank you for stopping by. Glad to see you. Hello. But yeah, I think Rope or The Spiral Staircase or Cat People would still play now if they were released as new films, with a couple of needed modernizations here and there. But if you were to go back in time to the 40s and 50s and play something like Seven or The Night House or Saltburn, I think audiences would just have a heart attack. I think they would just die on the spot, right?
You'd be assassinated.
They'd be like, wait, what are you drinking out of that bathtub? I don't think that would.
Who's a vampire?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
I know what movie I would send back in time.
What's that?
Can your heart stand the terror of Sex in the City 2?
These women are speaking sexually freely. Oh no!
Bum bum bum.
That's the true horror to 1950s America, I think.
For our women with bank accounts, can you imagine?
Oh no! Whoa! And jobs, right? They had jobs and shit.
Wearing
Wow.
pants, it's too much.
Oh
Look.
my god, yeah. I think that might have killed people. I don't know. I don't think. You ever seen that movie Antrim?
No.
No.
Okay, well, so a quick sidebar. Antrim is this pseudo found footage movie about a cursed film. It starts off like a documentary about this cursed film called Antrim. See, hold on, Graphy, I knew you were gonna be here about this. Yeah, this is like right up your alley. But alley cat. Oh my god, I'm cooking today. Wow. But yeah, Antrim, it starts out as a documentary about this cursed film that when they played it at the theater caught on fire and everyone died. And when they tested everybody's blood was full of LSD. And but nobody remembered taking drugs. And which quick way to get me really into your movie, put like a random LSD subplot. Mwah, I'm right there.
Fuck yeah.
Blue Sunshine?
Beyond the Black Rainbow. Like,
yeah. I just watched that last night.
Great film. Oh my god. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, serendipity too. Wow, this is awesome. But yeah, I had a point, and I think if you played Sex in the City in the 50s, it would be an Antrim situation where everyone's brain chemistry would be forever altered, and they would just simply die.
Yeah, Fembot head exploding.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. That was the point I was trying to make. But I could talk all night about wibbly wobbly, timey wimey relations between classic and
nice.
Oh yeah. So you guys did this. You did this. Don't old boy me right now. I was enabled. I can't be held accountable for my own actions. So
Wow.
I'm practicing for my career in politics later.
Passing the buck.
I was wondering. Vote for Lucy is what I was
Yeah.
at.
Why choose the lesser of two evils? Vote Lucy. Come on.
The fun evil. That's
yeah, exactly. I'm the cool evil that gets you like 5 boyfriends and all sorts of fun mail order services. But
it's true.
I'll outline the platform in a stump speech at a later date. Don't worry about it. But I could talk about the wibbly wobbly, timey wimey relations between classic and modern horror movies all day. So let's start this movie before I go on to another tangent. We're almost done. This thing is just about over. We're in the thrilling climax, guys. Let's go.
Wind it up.
Crunch, crunch, crunch it up. Crunch, 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 crunch it up.
I like how they're like, this man keeps coming to our home, so we should sleep in the same room, but not leave home. Look.
To be extra safe, we should sleep in the same bed and probably not wear clothes. I think that would be the best decision for all of us.
I agree. Yeah.
Right.
We need to go camping together, guys. I think it would be a lot of fun.
For a moment, I thought it was something from a dream. It's somewhere in the house. Yes, on the floor.
Yeah, no shit.
Not directly over us. Probably a room overlooking.
I like how they brought more people into this house with this man running around knocking holes in their walls and creeping them out. We're like, we need friends. You got to share the experience.
He's just the maintenance guy. Don't worry about it. Yeah, he doesn't have a face. I've never asked him about it. I don't know.
It's rude to ask, where's your face? Like,
oh my God, Regina, you can't just ask people where their face is.
I feel like that's going to be the next kind of shorthand shade that you can just throw at someone. Honey, where's your face?
Yeah, I like that. I might start using it.
I'm about to come on. You had it for one night. Dale, you're not going out in that hall. I want to know what
you watch.
She's almost done putting on 6 layers of bathrobes.
Well, you got to be modest,
She's getting. This is like watching Ebenezer Scrooge get ready to go out.
Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't have enough boiled gooses for that, I think.
Oh man.
Hey, the one as big as me, sir. Yeah, I didn't get that audition.
outside phone wires
and spooky Weaselbones, who did not die.
What? This is bullshit.
God damn it!
Who decided?
My unlife is a lie.
Think what it could mean to Vic. Now you stay here. Oh, no.
A little aside, I loved the way that Gonzo read that line in the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
And Tiny
Tim, who
did not die.
That's a
Sorry,
pretty
that was
good
more Marge
Gonzo.
Simpson.
Wow. Gonzo, Marge Simpson, tomato, whatever. I get it. They're both blue. You know, it works. Like you put Marge Simpson on a motorcycle, it may as well be Gonzo. If you
Can you imagine Marge's hair in the wind on a motorcycle? That's a hazard.
you know she's catching bugs in that thing. Like it's just beetles and flies all the way down.
Yeah, you can stick her on an airfield, tell which direction the wind is coming.
I think that's her job in the extended universe, actually.
Did she really put on heels to go explore the attic?
Yeah,
you sure did.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? I would. I sure would.
Yeah, you're gonna be seen in your attic with flats.
Yeah,
Scandalous.
And I am not scuffing my hooves up there. No way. I pay too much money for these pedicures. I get the Grave Mind has a very good point. High heels are a dangerous weapon. So it could be a self-defense decision.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. It's not a self-defense decision.
Snaked you, bitch. Now you're in the room.
Aha! Gotcha!
You've been made.
My beautiful knot face. How dare you? Yes, Julie, in fact. Yeah, act your ass off. Come on.
She died from the excitement.
Okay, yeah, that was my question. What trauma was depicted just then that actually killed this woman? I don't understand.
I mean, I think you're supposed to believe it's the cat claws of the bat, but I'm gonna say she's allergic to oak staircases.
Yes.
She died by George the Animal Steel shove down, Plan 9 style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel like his gloves were just too sickening, and so she simply passed away.
She's like, oh no, it's too much of a serve.
It's too much.
Back then, saying that you literally died meant something.
I saw a man outside in the grounds.
Oh, that's an interesting take. What if the gloves do have rabies from the bat?
And as we all know,
that would be sick.
The effects
New York
of rabies
Fashion
are
Week.
instantaneous, of course.
Yeah.
New York Fashion Week, complete with actual rabies.
Now,
Nice accessory.
is that an accurate New York depiction? Fashion Week with rabies?
I mean, listen, some of the shit that comes out of there is crazy.
I need to, maybe not specifically Fashion Week, but I need to go to New York so bad. I've never been.
Lucy!
You should come visit.
Go for Brooklyn Horror Fest. Go for Brooklyn Horror Fest.
Oh my God, don't say words like city and horror fest. Then my wallet starts shaking.
Oh, trust me, we know.
Yeah, you were just in Long Beach not too long ago.
Yeah, we're going to Austin next month.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Wow.
And where were you?
And I thought I was big shit for going back to Long Beach an hour away next week. Oh my God.
And I thought that I was a prolific scam artist.
Well, that is still true. Don't beat yourself up. You still got that going.
You know, I appreciate that because keeping the old confidence up, you need support from friends like you, Lucy.
Yeah, I try my best. I really try to bring
am ripping
down
people off as badly as horror conventions.
Wow. Wow. Man, I'm telling you, them water bottles, that was something else.
That was the ultimate scam. I wanted to call Scam Goddess immediately to be like, look, I'm dehydrated. And
Like,
also,
please.
why is the water $10?
Yeah, let me know if you have time for a customer survey later, by the way.
Yeah. I need on a scale of 1 to 10, how ripped off do you feel?
I
If
think
you were to say that
Go ahead.
Yeah. How treated would you say the water tasted on a scale from 0 to 10? 0 being I found it in a river.
Oh, no, sir, you can't pin this on me.
Oh, river water's my favorite, so I don't know if I'm the best one to ask.
I won't take the rap for this.
I go and stick a life straw in the LA River every day.
Oh my goodness.
Most of the time I'm just sucking pavement, but every now and again there's water in there. Oh my god, this woman died from stairs.
I don't take the stairs either, so I can relate. When the doctor backs away like that, I'm so concerned.
Ew, I don't want to touch it. Ew, that's gross.
Ew, bodies.
Nasty.
Well, I had an accident.
Oh no, not that.
Oh no.
The right rear wheel of my car came off and I plunged into
He's having a bit of a senior moment.
Oh no. Well, that all depends.
And how. Hey, quarter behind your ear.
Nice.
Gotcha.
How did you do that? How did you do that? Tell me right now.
Been hit by something on the back of your head.
I told you I had an accident.
So you did, Doctor. So you did.
Always check the back of the head. That's what Malignant taught us.
Oh no. Oh no.
True.
We should see.
So true.
Has it?
Lessons learned.
Has Malignant been out long enough for me to say I was really pleasantly surprised when it turned out to basically be a basket case remake?
Thank you. We've been saying Belial crawled so Gabriel could run backwards.
Yeah.
Like, open the school.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember.
The backwards man. I can run fast back if you could.
I remember going to watch that movie because I was like, ooh, looks like a James Wan haunted house movie. I'm all the way down. And then when I was slapped across the face with like, nah, basket case spiritual reimagining, I was like screaming, shouting, screaming, crying, and throwing up with excitement.
Oh yeah. It rips.
One of the best movies of the decade.
Oh, totally, yeah.
For sure.
And all the Jalo action in it. Oh my god.
And it's fucking hilarious.
It so is. Yes. Oh man.
I love that they kept playing a version of Where's My Mind, and nobody was like, is it? Is it? We're like, that's a cool needle drop. It can't be a clue.
Yeah, no way. Can't be that. Nah. They just really like this song.
This would not surprise me at all. Am I the only person in this room who has seen Tom Green's movie Freddy Got Fingered?
Oh no, you are not the only. I've definitely seen Freddy Got.
Okay.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
So yeah, that's where you get the on the backwards man,
Yeah.
You run back as fast as you can on the backwards man.
Oh, man, I have not seen that movie or really thought about Tom Green in a number of decades.
I think the last time I thought about him, he was dating Drew Barrymore. So
Wow.
I was a fetus.
Wow.
He has that weird cameo in the Charlie's Angels. You know,
Yeah.
was it the Chad?
Let's see. I remember the Bum song and him getting his testicular cancer surgery on TV.
Whoa.
What? What on earth?
Yeah, that was on the Tom Green show on MTV. He had found out he had testicular cancer, and he went to go get one of his testiculars removed. And they filmed as much of the procedure as the hospital would allow. And there's a part at the end where, like, oh my god, he's got his like mutilated, extracted nut on a like piece of cheesecloth beside the bed. And he's just sort of picking it up and messing with it. And he's like, oh, it looks like chicken. It looks like chicken. It was so disgusting.
The journey of MTV.
That's a charming
was
story.
very
Excuse me, won't you?
Oh, who among us hasn't played with a mutilated testicular here and there?
I can name a few.
Well,
Every
where I
single
come
one.
from, it's a childhood pastime, okay? Some kids learn how to juggle. Some of us mutilate testiculars.
Hacky sacks cost too much. You have to use
Yeah.
what you have.
It's au natural, organic.
Right?
Biodegradable.
No, totally. Good with hot sauce. I mean,
goodbye, Bat.
yeah.
Here's a serum that will heal you whether you're rabid or not.
Okay, that kind of went hard though.
Yeah, that was bars.
Yeah, that was a badass line.
Yeah,
ate
day
that
one of
shit.
self-defense class is you don't have time for wordplay.
No, but when you're Vincent Price, you have to.
Exception.
Exceptions.
Yeah, it's like Bruce Campbell and Vincent Price. They get one-liners no matter what.
Yes.
I think you're contractually obligated to wait until they say the one-liner to attack.
Like, it's the ultimate moment as a villain. You've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
Climax.
Yeah.
It's the hero's one-liner and your monologue. That's like the things you live for.
Yeah.
I guess now that I think about it, if I got put away by a superhero and they didn't do some kind of snappy line, I would feel so betrayed. I would say, I brought it 100%. I destroyed a whole building.
And you phoned your bullshit in?
Can you imagine being the vampire Buffy doesn't have a one-liner for? How embarrassing.
Yeah, she even had a one-liner for the Paul Rubens vampire in the movie.
Yeah. You know, anything. How do you like your steak? Anything.
Anything.
Oh, come on. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm trying to think of one about inviting the steak in, but it's all too cumbersome, and I just don't have it. So pretend I said something very funny.
We get the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Oh no. Oh no. God damn it! I've invested on my own program.
Something's wrong. That's what she just said.
Peanut butter isn't made from butter at all.
Can you believe it? Wow.
This Cornelia.
I like this lady. She's got those shot put shoulders.
Yeah, I bet she can put that shot all the way across the friggin' field or whatever.
That's one of my favorites to watch in the Olympics.
Yes, the shot put.
Yeah, those motherfuckers are powerful.
Oh yeah, they're strong. I recently got really invested in pole vaulting for no reason.
Okay. Why not?
I mean, no particular reason. I don't know. I think, yeah. I just think it's really, it arouses my attention. You know what I mean?
It's fantastic. I mean, it's incredible ability. That shit is wild.
It totally is, actually. All bullshit aside, it's very cool.
I've been watching the Olympics and I'm like, damn, I'm a podcaster.
See, I don't know. I've got the opposite where I watch it and I'm like, I could do that. No problem.
No.
Yeah, big whoop. Okay, you can swing around the parallel bars. That's what they're called. Oh yeah, big whoop. I bet I could do that. No problem. If I had all the time in the world and great trainers and motivation and physical
Unlimited
fitness.
money.
Yeah, all that stuff.
That's how you become a break dancer for Australia by having
No, stop it.
I think I got it.
Get Warner, bring him to the drawing room. Tell him we need him.
Yeah, well, they're doing the Olympics in LA next year. I wonder what LA specific sport they're going to use, like rent hiking or maybe
knowing.
Yeah, neighborhood knowing or avoiding what's the word I'm looking for? The guys in Hollywood who like force CDs into your hand. Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite one of those guys ever. He's actually a rather beloved figure in Chicago. Is a guy whose name is Sharkula, and he will sell you the most inscrutable rap music you've ever heard.
That actually kind of sounds right up my alley. Inscrutable rap music by a man named Sharkula. I think I need it. I'm not
Sharkula's
sure.
tight.
Yeah.
What a name.
One of the tracks on the mix CD that he sold me once, the only lyrics were "You have too many TVs in your car." He said that about 400 times.
Nice.
Over the course
Oh
of 3
man, I
minutes.
actually am all about this. That's cool.
I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So like, you only need one lyric.
Yeah, it's if the beat's good enough, whatever. Say what you gotta say.
The beat
Deepest
was
bluest,
terrible.
my hat's like a shark's fin. Done.
Hey, he needs to hire you as the branding person. That's pretty good.
LL Cool J, he was like, I'm not going to be upstaged by a movie. Let me get a string section and some synchronized swimmers. We're going to make a video. What?
Wow. String section and some synchronized swimmers.
Miss Cornelia.
Oh, Miss Van
Miss
Gorder.
Cornelia.
How many times are you gonna call for this woman? She's gone.
There's a light in
Yeah.
that room.
Isn't that the name of the planet from Star Fox?
Were you up there tonight?
Whoa, crossover.
Cornelia, now you turn them
Let
on
me
again.
adjust my glasses a little bit here and grab my fursuit out of the friggin' closet. It's Cornaria. It's Cornaria.
No, that's the back of your eyes.
Oh, and Gravemind, you kind of beat me to the punch. The only lyrics anyone needs is interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater.
They call me Ripper, your baby daddy's worst nightmare.
Whoa, this dude's got the rest of the song. I only heard the crocodile alligator thing on like 8-minute loops, so I really don't know.
Here we are, Miss Van Gorder. What do we do now?
Over the mantle, there are 5 panels. Strike it with your hand.
Why are you talking like that?
Which panel
Right
did you say,
there,
Miss Van Gorder?
with your hands.
She's dying from drama.
Oh, that makes sense. Actually, I can relate.
Does it make which panels? Strike them all.
Yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Keep on doing that.
Ooh, we got it.
Oh,
and then she just pours out of the room like a dollop
Is it
of cream.
too late?
I bet you
Yes.
just look at the idea for Inside Man.
Oh no, she's good. She's good.
Oh, good. I was worried she was also allergic to wood.
Oh,
I'm okay.
I do declare I have developed the vapors, y'all. I do love the God, movies have come so far because it's less like theater, I guess, but I love how severely they act with their hands. It's very good.
The whole movie, she's been giving.
Yeah, she's doing her Vanna White moves, and it's awesome.
I had a little bit of that when I rewatched the VOD from our last stream, Lucy. I watched myself and I'm just kind of doing this the whole time. I just didn't even know what the fuck, like what.
That's puppetry. This is how you. Oh man, here we go. Another kayfabe breaking moment. This is how you breathe life into the lifeless in the name of creating entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing a TED talk where this human actors, they struggle to die, but puppets struggle to live.
Oh God!
He'll be here any minute.
Consider meeting women and touching grass. I don't know. Or men. You can meet men if that's your bad. Meet anybody, but please don't
I'm
just
gonna
think
meet grass
about.
and touch men.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that.
That was college, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That's I don't know, that's a weekend in West Hollywood right now.
Yes, I'm
about the bat.
No, I lied. Too many twinks. Too many twinks.
And we've got to be able to hear it in minutes. The charade will turn it ours. I hope so, but the bat will be here first. And he'll kill again if we're in his way. We've got to be as clever
If we're in his way. I really like the way she said that.
He's so jazzy.
Yeah.
He's like, he walks around like, you know.
Yeah, I was just thinking, do you think,
Look at
is
him.
he a little, you know?
He's gonna remove
could be, yeah.
He's gonna remove the hat and be Bob Fosse. Like it's gonna be amazing.
Whoa!
Da-dum, da-da-dum, dum, da-da-da-dum.
Wow.
Ooh, Fosse.
And here's a Fosse clump. They're just not dancing. I see it now. I see it.
The Fosse clump. You're gonna do Fosse, Fosse, Fosse. You're gonna do Martha Graham, Martha Graham, Martha Graham. Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd. Madonna, Madonna, Madonna.
National treasure.
Oh man.
I think I bent one of my arm.
Yeah,
Okay.
story of my life, buddy. I totally get it. I got to show you once we get not live. I got one that's completely crooked.
Whoa.
From just, you know, a general abuse.
Groovy.
Yeah, you know, I lost my beard a couple of years ago because
no.
I was at Midsummer Scream. Oh, wow. And a Jason cosplayer came up and was like, oh, I know your TikToks. I want to get a picture, blah, blah, blah. And he reached up and like grabbed my neck. Like, which it was fine. That's, you know, it was for a fun picture with Jason. I get it. But he was very enthusiastic and he completely ripped my beard off.
Oh no. Oh dear.
But leave it to Lucy to get choked at Midsummer Scream. Like
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I either get choked. They almost didn't let me into this year. It was crazy.
Why?
Wow.
I don't know. Some Frau Brucker looking woman and security. I was being escorted by my wonderful familiar back here. And she's like, what's in the backpack? And he's like, it's a puppet. And she's like, no, what are these parts? And it's the arm rod. And he's like, it's the stick that moves the puppet's arm. And she's like, you can't take that in there. We're not, it's metal. You can't take it in there.
Girl, whatever.
And he's like, I'm here every year. Like, I was on a panel last year. He didn't say that because that sounds too much. But he was like, I'm here all the time. It's a stick for a puppet. And she just was like, either put it in your car or I'm confiscating it. So luckily, knowing people on staff, I got let in the side door and didn't have to deal with the woman. But yeah, they were trying to keep a good puppet down, and it's sad.
Wow.
Gross.
Wow.
I hope she feels bad, and I hope all her water always costs $12. No matter
Well,
what she does.
judging from the general look she wore on her face, I think she feels pretty bad all the time. So, you know, it's whatever.
Dang.
Hide murder.
Ooh, that was hot.
Right.
Murder.
You can't hide
Ooh.
murder.
Oh, big stretch.
She's like, if Vincent Price is dead, I'm the actor now. Look.
Yeah, it's me. It was always me. Wow. Wow. They escaped the bat, and she's probably going to write some sort of feature film, or not film. They weren't a book. A book. The film that you look at on a page instead of on the screen. One of those. She's probably going to write that.
Wuthering Bats, because it has to be a romance back then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa, that was weird.
So
So yeah, that was.
frame your book in the writing of the book. Roald Dahl. Do whatever you want.
Whoa. Oh wow. Yeah. Oh my God. I can't go on a Roald Dahl tangent. I can't do it. But yeah, we survived. We made it through the bat.
Yay.
I feel bad that this was your first watch and we yapped through the whole thing, but I like to think we had a good time. But to be perfectly honest, you can kind of skip this one on the list of old school horror movies. It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. It's all right. It's fine. But yeah, before I roll the credits and cut through everything, any final thoughts of the grand total of about 10 minutes of the movie we all could watch?
Head empty.
Yeah, no thoughts.
Vincent Price is a dangerous homosexual.
I like that.
That's about it.
Yeah.
The right accessories are worth killing for.
Wow. I think that's the moral we all needed. And what better message to close out this wonderful stream on? I'm going to kick you guys out so we can play the credits, but I'll be back in to sort of debrief and neuralize and do all the fun stuff like that. So, we're going to say bye, Spooky. And then, oh wait, hang on. Let me bring you back here. Hold on. Oh my God, how
what happened?
How rude of me.
For a moment, all of a sudden, there was just nothing. It was weird.
Yeah. Something people don't know about puppets: we don't exist when we're not being actively looked at and paid attention to.
It's like the fridge light.
Yeah. Yeah, we're sharing some of our, deep, fabricated lore with you right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's real deep. It's real
Fabricated.
deep. Yeah, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, Spooky.
Yeah.
If people want to find you, where do they find you?
Well, okay. So last time you asked me this question, I thoughtlessly blurted out some nonsense that
It was very funny though.
But it was irresponsible because some people ended up actually doing that. So this time I'm just gonna be a little bit more thoughtful with my words. Take a bunch of selfies with both sides of your social security card. Goodbye.
And there's Spooky Weaselbones, everybody. Sharai, Zero, thank you so much for coming. This was so much fun. It was a blast, an absolute blast. Thanks for staying up late and hanging out with puppets. If any of the folks in the chat want to, check you guys out anywhere, where can they find you personally and or professionally or whatever?
You can find both of us at Blerdy Massacre on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also catch us outside because we're going to be running around Fantastic Fest. It's our first one. Don't be gentle. And you can find me solo at Miss Sharai on Twitter. And I'm doing things over there always. I have insomnia. I'm a good time.
Yeah. I wake up at like 2:00 in the morning to get my day started. And I always get at least one conversation with Sharai in at that hour. It's great.
It's fight mode over there. And there's no rest. There's no rest.
Literally no rest. Look it.
No, not at all. I can't. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
You can.
I tend to do that to people. Yeah.
Sheray's timeline go give you a run for your money. Trust. When will they learn? I don't know when they will learn.
Listen.
I don't know.
Just send him into hell, one tweet at a time.
One tweet at a time. If you want to keep up with my internet shenanigans, you can find me at XG Horror. Those are my initials. XeroGravity. And I'm on all the things. And our episodes drop on Tuesdays.
Yes, we just did Alien Romulus, and we are now doing Strange Darling. So if you have been to the movies, you want to listen to us. You want to hear our thoughts about these two new movies. Yeah.
Oh, I've been meaning to check out Strange Darling. That looks really good.
It's so fucking good.
Lucy.
If you spend your money on one movie that's in the slew that's coming out right now, it's fucking Strange Darling.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm taking that shit to the bank. You heard that here.
Yes, and go before you're spoiled because people are going to want to talk about it, and they're seeing it now, and there's a lot to talk about. You don't want to know anything, like nothing. All you need to know is that she has a cool wig, and that's it.
That's all I need for anything, really.
That's why we're friends.
I think so. It was like it was meant to be, honestly. But seriously, again, guys, thank you so much. Y'all go check out Blerdy Massacre. The podcast is really fantastic. Go follow them everywhere. Go listen and subscribe and hit notifications and do whatever you got to do on social media. I can't really keep up, honestly. And I'm going to kick you guys out real quick. And if you haven't gotten sick of hearing my friggin' voice, I'm going to drop a link down in the chat here. My good buddy, Dr. AC, just posted a new episode of his Horror 101 podcast. We were talking about the 40th anniversary of The Toxic Avenger. So we talked about like all 4 of the Toxie movies, and it's me and Los Angeles puppet sensation Barry Under Your Bed, Chad the Bird, Dr. AC. It's a great time. We shout, we talk about slop and glop and nudity and all the fun stuff. So, hey, go hit up Aaron on YouTube and watch it. It's a lot of fun. As for me, I've had enough. So, yeah, thank you very much. Let's kill this thing. Bye, everybody.
Duly invited.
Came from the public domain.
A nightmare of terror. A 100-foot spider.
Oh, I've been here the whole time. Yeah, my phone died. What are you still doing here? Show's over. Go to bed.
To avoid fainting, keep repeating.
Fine, I'll shut it off for you.